Adam, how would you like to turn into an idiot?
I'm not sure I follow.
For our new sponsor, Village Idiot Pub, the 5K.
Oh, yeah. Village Idiot Pub in historic Cocoa Village is holding an event for the Children's Hunger Project called The Village Has Lost Its Idiot Again.
The run is a 5K held right in front of Village Idiot Pub on Harrison Street in Cocoa.
It's an event to raise money and awareness for the Children's Hunger Project. While you can run, you don't have to. You can walk, skip, or drink your way to the end.
So bust out those costumes, bedazzlers, and sequins and get creative, as there will be awards for the best dressed fool or idiot. The theme is Masquerade Ball.
Also, you've heard them on Living Podcariously do a performance, as well as guesting on the Twisted 10. Our friends of the podcasts, Hot Pink, will be performing for the Village Idiot at 7 p.m.
This 5K is not a timed event. It's a fun run. It's really about having fun and raising some money for the Children's Hunger Project.
Village Idiot Pub has over 30 beers on tap, including ciders as well as Hefeweizens, my favorite, hundreds of bottle choices, and a great selection of wine.
So get your friends together for the run, then enjoy the board games, puzzles, and giant Jenga inside, as well as Hot Pink's performance.
Jason and the rest of the staff are awesome and will take excellent care of you.
Mention either one of our shows to the staff and get 10% off your tab.
You can catch the entire cast from Living Podcariously as well as the Twisted 10 there on April 1st for this run. I'm thinking we should set up mics and let our listeners and the people at Village Idiot add some commentary.
Ooh, that could be dangerous.
The Village Idiot Run will be on April 1st, directly in front of the Village Idiot Pub on Harrison Street in Cocoa, directly across from the big park.
Visit Village Idiot Pub on Facebook for full event details.
You're listening to Living Podcariously, bringing you real men's perspectives, unfiltered, unapologetic, and uncensored. Recorded live in the Living Podcariously studio in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida.
To another
splendiferous
episode of Living Podcariously.
I can make up words too. Yeah,
that's awesome.
I was just gonna say good.
No, see, we don't settle for good anymore.
We're better than good.
We say well.
That's right. Well, I am one of your hosts. My name is Tach, and sitting to the right of me over there.
Yeah, I'm Adam.
And sitting over there on the Lady Chase.
I'm Andrea Joy.
And sitting all the way over there.
What's up, guys? It's Jay Alvarez.
Hey, and we have a guest in the.
We do have a guest. Yeah, I brought a buddy this week.
Who do we got here, Jay?
Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Buddy Marcell.
Oh, he is a buddy.
Oh, yay!
Nice.
He's our buddy.
Why not?
Everybody's buddy. Everybody's buddy.
So,
everybody's buddy. Welcome to the studio. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
definitely.
What
Absolutely.
brings you here this week? I mean, I don't know. Was that a rude question? I don't.
No, not necessarily.
Good friends with
Jeez,
Jay, work
Pat.
with them, and
Well,
I've caught podcasts before. I'm a fan, and wanted to come out and check it out.
Oh, nice.
very
See if I
cool.
can land a hand one way or the other. Yeah.
Awesome.
We had Xavier, one of our listeners, come up in studio and do a Twisted 10 a couple weeks back, one of the other shows that we host. He did a pretty good job. That was pretty fun. So now you're on the hook. You got to come up with your own Twisted 10 to come back and bring back to us one day.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
Got some
And we
homework
all
to do.
talk over each other, so you just gotta jump in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically a Sorkin movie, just with all of us talking over each other.
Hey, before we get started, if you don't mind,
yeah.
Tach, I want to throw a plug out there for our friends over at the Burn It Down studio. Andrea and I were lucky enough to get an invite for a barbecue over there this weekend. Haha, fuck you guys. We got to eat barbecue. Well, we got to eat burgers
Yeah.
on the grill.
Cool.
And I did kind of mention it, but you guys were working.
Yeah, I like how we all do the show, but you
Wait,
guys
I
reap
wasn't
the benefits.
I wasn't doing shit yesterday. Matter of fact, Lorraine and I were driving around Melbourne trying to figure out what to do.
Well, you said my
interesting.
text come in late, so maybe it just hasn't shown up yet.
No, you just admitted you haven't texted. Don't claim that. Don't claim my crappy cell phone service on your lack of an invite.
But no, they hooked us up. I brought him over a bottle of tequila. So he said, if you want to, he said, you don't have to bring anything, but if you want, bring a side. Well, my side is a bottle of tequila. So I brought that over and we gifted that to them. And of course he opened it up and we had 3 shots out of it together there in
Took
in
my
their house.
hangover away right away.
Is the right little hair of the
thank
dog.
God, thank God. I was concerned.
But yeah, we brought it over there. They had a good time. They showed a studio. We took a picture in studio with those guys, and those guys. It was just J Flo and Computer, the host and co-host, and it was kind of cool. It's the same types of digs, almost the same equipment we use, the whole 9 yards. It was really kind of cool. So big shout out to those guys. We appreciated the invite. We're going to reciprocate that and bring you guys back out here so we can do some pig dick on the grill or something.
What's this
good.
now?
What?
Pig dick? It's one of those big rotisserie pig
Dicks?
pork. What are you going? Loins? And you rotisserie style cook it. I call them pig dicks. Me and my dad call them pig dicks.
Don't worry, Tach. We're not going to get invited to this one either.
Oh, okay. So I don't even have to worry about
Get
it.
invited either.
You two motherfuckers get invited all the time, but you're busy and you live forever away, so it's kind of difficult to come up to a lot of these things up here.
Did you go out on the boat with them when they went on the boat? The other
No,
night?
I was actually
Last night?
I was
Or
actually
Saturday?
performing at Gregory's Comedy Club this weekend.
Oh, so you got an invite then? Oh.
I got an invite from Xavier.
You motherfucker, you
I
got an
told
invite
him.
too.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, no, I didn't get an
did
invite.
too.
I didn't get an invite from either one of these two. I got an invite from
right there.
Xavier.
No, Tach, he did. I know he did because I said, invite Tach. Well, I said, I think he has to work, but he called you on the phone and you were at work.
Yeah, you
It
said
was
you had to
on-
work that night. You said I have
I remember
to work
you asking.
every Saturday.
I remember you said, "Hey, we're gonna go out and see Hot Pink. Did you want to go?" And I was like, "I have to work."
Yes, that's the invite. That's how he
I didn't know it
does
was that you didn't say anything about a boat.
Hang on, I'm looking.
Not that it would have mattered.
Yeah, I
still
was
have to
gonna say,
work,
wait.
but- Well, if
you
there was a
got
boat
out of that?
involved, I would have called out. No. I
Nah,
wouldn't have.
you lucked out because I spent way too much money.
All right, it's not in text. I know we talked about it.
Yes, we talked on the phone.
All right,
yeah.
making me look like a dick.
I thought it was like a separate night. For
I
us.
remembered it all. That's,
Uh-huh.
Did you hear the whole story I just said?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You were there.
I was digging through for the proof.
It's all good.
All right,
The proof
sorry,
is in
but
the pudding.
thanks again to Burn It Down, guys. You guys rock. All right, back to you, Tach.
Okay, well, I'm glad we talked about texting because this kind of leads into it's a little segue, if you will.
That's for you, John.
Yeah, into a little article I found. It's called "The Top 10 Rules of Text Message Etiquette." Are you familiar with any of this? Do you guys
Men
know
do
it?
not send other men smileys. Or yeah.
Dick
I may be
pics.
the most guilty of that.
You have to reserve those for the right time, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, you're probably right.
No, I do it a lot.
Men don't send each other emojis?
No,
We try not to.
Nothing with a wink at the very least.
Okay, so according to this the rules, I guess. I don't know if these are in any particular order, but it says number 1 as the golden rule. So it says do
It's when
not
you pee on somebody, right?
maybe
Don't pee on your
let's
phone.
find out. Well, I can because mine can go underwater.
Oh,
but-
yeah, mine too. Let's all pee on our phones.
Well, yeah, but
like
still
it.
don't
There
pee
you
on it.
go.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. It says the golden rule is do not call in response to a text message. This is the most important rule. Why? Because it annoys. This, I guess, is written in like first person or whatever. It says annoys me and the most. Annoys me the most, and I'm writing the article. But seriously, if someone wants to talk to you on the phone, they'll call you. If you call in response to a text, you can expect one of two things. Either a phone call with a person who is frustrated by your lack of social skills, or an ignore phone call and the awkward text conversation that will follow it. So,
Yeah.
Don't
Here's
do
the catch
that.
to that, though. If I'm driving and I get a text and I need to respond to it, it's way easier to Bluetooth into my
Sometimes-
ear and make the call. Be
sometimes,
like,
yeah.
look, dude, I can't talk. I mean, I can't chat. I got to, Bluetooth hands free to you.
yeah, especially if you're like trying
Call.
to,
The word
trying to
is
figure
call.
something
We
out.
forgot what that word means in our this day and age
That's a
where
good
people are
point.
like, what do you mean you call them on your phone? You're just
awkward,
supposed to
isn't it?
text and Skype. What do you mean?
You don't actually talk to people
Phone
anymore.
calls are too intimate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. Like, especially if you're trying to like square away plans of some kind, it's just easier just to call. Yeah, I agree with that one, but not just a regular text like on a Sunday afternoon or something. That would be annoying.
I don't know. It's all. I mean, I see the rule there. I see why. I wouldn't put that as the number one rule, but I see that's an etiquette of not doing that. I got it. I understand that, but
Yeah,
I'm still gonna call somebody if I'm in a spot where I can't talk, like can't chat.
I got you there.
If I got porn in my other hand and I don't want to chat, I want to slip through porn on like my tablet or something. No, I'm not going to call. I mean, I'm not going to text you. I'm going to call you.
Gotcha.
Right, Andrew?
All right, so it says number 2, the rule of response. Always respond unless you don't want to be friends with that person anymore. Yes.
Okay, what 15-year-old girl wrote this?
We are all busy people, and I know it's sometimes hard to respond when you know it will probably end up as a full-on text conversation. But you should always respond. That is, of course, if you want to stay friends with the person. If not, feel free to ignore them.
Jay, you know what this really is? This isn't an article Tach found. This is a passive-aggressive
this is in my
attack against
notes.
his friends. That he's like, right, Ron, you don't ever respond.
Yeah.
I'm going to make this one for you. I'm going to make this one for
Right.
Adam.
Adam,
totally.
Adam, you were guilty of this the other day.
Well, I was under influence of alcohol at the time, and I didn't know where my phone was.
7:30 in the morning. Was
Oh,
the
I was
first
asleep.
one. 11:30 was the second one, and then somewhere in the afternoon was the
He
third one.
ignores my texts all the time. I learned to find him on Facebook.
Can't you just get your own toilet paper though?
If I message him on Facebook, it works better. He answers every time.
Oh,
His
gotcha.
phone, nope.
Well, there you go. Problem solved.
Problem solved indeed. All right, so it says the number 3 is the 2-day rule. If it takes you 2 days to get back to me, I technically have 2 days to get back to you. There's no room to get upset at someone for not responding to you in a timely fashion when you don't respond to them quickly either. With that being said, there's also the other side of the coin. The 2 quick rule. This is the next one. If it takes me 2 days to respond to you, don't respond immediately.
Wait. Stop
him,
this
get
right
him.
now.
There's a
Stop.
period.
No, stop the shenaniganery. Stop it.
Oh,
And
we doing
this isn't even
Are we
the
doing
bit
this
yet. No,
right
music.
now?
We're not,
Music now?
No, we're not even doing the bit. No, this is just a whole. This is an off the cuff one, listeners. You're getting this. You're getting a bonus right now. How the hell are you going to tell me respond right away, but then don't respond too soon, and then if I respond to you 2 days later, then don't respond right away? Somebody's just making this up. This is a 15-year-old girl, and half of these rules can all end with "fuck you, Stacy." That's why we don't talk anymore.
This is
horse shit.
authored by any millennial. That's the
Yes.
author.
Oh,
any
I'm
millennial.
sure. This is from the brocouncil.com.
Bro, counsel my ass. These are the same idiots jerking each other off and drinking old bottles of Surge when they're watching these bro perfect videos.
And
No, fuck them.
texting.
And texting.
Yeah, texting each other. That's what they're texting each other pictures of their ejaculate into their Surge bottles.
If there is any reference to Snapchat or Instagram in this list of how to text, then we know it's a millennial.
I don't know. Let's find out.
All right.
Number 5.
Snapchat.
Right?
Snapchat. No. The 2 text rule. If you text someone 2 times and they don't respond, they don't want to talk to you. So stop texting them immediately. An old roommate of mine had
What if it's just taking them 2 days to get back?
Yeah, what if they're waiting their 2 days?
You see, they built themselves. They
No,
just
it's if
worked
you-
themselves into a corner here.
It says if you text someone 2 times and they don't respond.
In a row?
I don't know what the time frame would be. It doesn't say.
Like, don't send the third until you at least get one reply.
Yeah.
No.
This is good for stalkers. So, those. I met this chick at a bar.
Stalkers use
I'm
Facebook
gonna
where they
text-
say whether your message has been seen or not already.
It says, for a story of it, it says, an old roommate of mine had some great wisdom about relationships when he told me there's always one person in a relationship that likes the other person less. And you never want to be the person who is liked less. If you continue to text them after no responses, you're the person who is liked less.
Oh, yes, please, 15-year-old.
Let me check my phone.
Please,
I want to see
15-year-old
who
Cindy.
likes each other more, me or Adam.
Teach me all your ways of love and all your learned
the way,
knowledge.
I didn't write this. I'm just reading it. I'm just the.
You
Oh,
see
no,
how I
yeah, this
feel-
isn't
Tach,
directed towards Pat.
you see how-
None of this is directed towards Tach.
You see how I feel when I read some articles you guys fucking hate? Like, I'm the bad guy in the room all of a sudden.
Let's see.
Way
what
to go,
was our-
Adam.
Wait, our last text, I sent you a picture of the mailbox, and you said nice.
Yeah.
So I wait
That's
2
awesome.
days now?
Our mailbox was
Did it
swapped
take him
out.
2 days to comment?
No, it took him about 30 seconds.
Then your next text message should come in 30 seconds.
Yes, 30
Apparently.
seconds.
Oh, so now I'm late?
Now you're
so
late.
that means he
So
likes
he's
me
allowed
more.
to-
Well, but hey, how do you end the
Ignore you.
conversation?
Do you like
If
my
you're
son
supposed
does?
to go back and forth and back and forth and back and
My
forth.
son
go
texts.
forever.
He ends with "Okay, bye." It's so funny.
On this 2-day
Maybe
rule,
like-
is this like on the initial text contact with somebody, or is this somebody you text on?
Well, there was
regular
no
basis?
2-day rule. It just said 2 texts rule.
Oh, no. Well, that one. You had a 2-day rule a minute ago.
Yeah, there was a 2-day
Well, there was a 2-day example used.
Oh.
Oh,
know what I
if
mean?
they take 2 days to text you back, you wait 2 days to text them back.
Well, I mean, that could be different
right,
if
right.
this is somebody that you're texting every day, or if it's somebody you just met. I feel like
That's true.
That could probably apply more to somebody who you don't normally text on a regular
I've texted this girl that I just met out at a club like
What?
16 times.
What?
I'm improving.
Oh, okay.
This girl I met
an
at a club
improv.
like 16 times in a row, all in under 30 seconds, and she's
Yeah.
not responding. What does that mean?
Out of those 16,
Yeah.
out of those 16 text messages, 14 of those were dick pics.
We're right. That's that's proper, right? Is there an etiquette on dick pic in there?
I don't know. Let's get to it. Number
right.
6, the don't leave me hanging rule.
Dick pic. That's what hanging, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Don't text first if you're not willing to continue the conversation, i.e., you. Hey, how are you? Them. I'm well. Yourself? You. ...
Heaven forbid someone gets busy.
Yeah, what's going on? It says usually these texts are sent later at night and after someone gets dumped. They say, I kind of think you're okay, but I'm really just trying to boost my ego by knowing that you'll respond. They probably know this because you're broke. The two text rule probably because you broke the two text rule in the past.
That almost.
I like because you're broke.
Yeah.
What kind of passive aggressive nonsense is this?
Well, I'll give you a scenario. Andrea has never done this, and I love this about her. However, girls that I've dated in the past prior to Andrea will send phishing texts. Like, do you think that I'm fat? Now, how is a guy, irrelevant of what you think about her situation, how is a guy supposed to respond to that kind of text in this text etiquette lesson that we're going through?
Yes. Any woman who is going to ask you a stupid question like that, yes. I don't care if she's what Kate Moss is like the one that's paper thin.
How did you know I was dating her?
If Kate Moss comes up to me and says, do I look fat? Yes, you absolutely fucking do. Because you asked me a stupid question that you know there's no way for me to get out of this. So yes, you absolutely look fat. Now go kill yourself.
I like that. I think that reverse passive aggressiveness on top of a phishing attempt at somebody is, I think that's a good response.
No, I had a-
Never do that.
Oh, yes.
Wrong.
No, all the time.
Not if you're wanting to get anywhere with her.
I'm not trying. If she's asking me
texting
questions like
him.
that, I don't want to get anywhere with her.
Okay, well, that works in
Now
that
it's
case.
one thing if I'm with my girlfriend, she's trying on something. Hey, babe, legitimately, do I look fat in this?
And of course,
Right,
you're
that's
gonna
different.
Say no.
I will tell her the truth.
No, you're supposed to text your
He
response to her.
won't.
I'm supposed to text her.
You have to wait 30 minutes.
Let's do
though.
something less passive aggressive, though, or not less passive aggressive, less phishing, obvious phishing. Let's say a girl says, nobody has recently called me pretty, and leaves it at that. That's the text you get. How do you respond?
She is going to continue on without anyone calling her pretty.
Yeah, what do you
Because
say?
then my
Well,
next text will be like, oh, well, that sucks.
sorry about your luck.
Is
When
that
a-
supposed to happen all the time?
That has literally happened to me.
It's been so long since someone told me that I'm inspiring to them.
Or
Well, you just
said,
inspired me to
too."
ignore this text message. So,
so you weren't doing your job then, Adam.
Damn it.
And
'Cause
that's more or less the
I don't
same,
think
right?
10 minutes
What's
goes
that?
by.
I
you
mean,
don't
and that's
tell
more or
me.
less the same too, because you're still fishing for something, a
Yeah.
compliment, or it's the response you're.
I responded as best I could and said, don't fish for compliments. I give them out when I want to. So I responded logically as opposed to,
Yes. Call it out.
comedy. I literally told her, don't fish for compliments. It didn't work out anyway in the long run. So maybe that was a telltale sign.
I don't have to text you for compliments.
Oh, you don't get them either way? Is that what you were going to say?
No.
Okay.
I do all the time.
Oh, good.
All right, so number 7, the rule of dismissal. Don't ignore a call and then text a person. Give them some time to think that you missed their call instead of them knowing that you ignored it. Really, it's just the right thing to
I
do.
knew that one.
I do that all the time. When I don't answer a call, I'll text them and go, hey, sorry, I'm busy.
Yeah, I'm on the phone. In fact, my phone has a
that-
built-in auto response text.
Yeah,
that I
In
can
fact,
send.
that's the polite thing to do. Like, hey, sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm at work.
Right.
And so what? I'm just going to leave you hanging for a little. Wasn't the other rule? Don't leave the other person hanging.
That's a good
This
point.
is horse shit.
Once again, I didn't write this or believe this.
Who is
I'm
this?
just
Why
reading
did you
this.
bring this to us?
This is the Bro Council. I brought you the Bro Council.
Brocodouchebagcouncil.com or something. What is it?
The Bro Council.
Yeah, no
Bro
bro code.
Council.
Neil Patrick
Bro,
Harris wrote
not
the bro
broke.
code,
Yeah.
and that, sir, is legitimate. This is some little passive
This
aggressive
is
horse crap.
brocouncil.com.
I thought it was
Yeah.
the broke council.
Like,
No.
No. All right. Number 8, the rule of disproportionate letters.
Which previous rule does this one contradict?
don't know.
Disproportionate.
This one applies to messages
Yeah.
received from a woman. Never respond to 3-page text with K. At least give her a full okay.
Like spelled out O-K-A-Y.
All right,
That's
dudes
so
should
much
not be
better.
using K anyway.
Agreed.
Why you got rules of your own now.
Gamers use KK.
So-
Like if you're gaming,
Because you're literally in the middle of something.
Okay,
I get
all
that.
right,
You
all
want
right.
to shorthand that.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at a text message, a man should never text K.
I don't ever text K, but you seem to have a lot of rules. Maybe you want to write a list.
No, my rule is real quick. Men never send another men winky faces. Men don't use K, and don't be passive aggressive with your text. Jay Alvarez's rules for text
That's pretty
messaging,
good.
people. That's
Send it
That's
to the
literally
bro
it.
council.
all right. So
Don't
I
ask if you're fat.
and don't ask
Yeah.
if you're fat.
Oh,
Don't fish.
That's just
Don't
by
fish for
itself.
compliments.
Don't fish for compliments. All right, so I got a trivia question based on Tach's list a little bit. I listen to Tom and Dan, and a lot of the listeners that listen to us also listen to Tom. We've got a big group of people in Central Florida listen. Have you ever heard of them before? Oh, yeah. Okay. So there is the ultimate emoji that you can give for a compliment or like a gratitude type, like the best possible emoji I could send you that is like a good job on whatever your last text or your message was. There is something in the iTunes message library as well as the Skype or Android library that they have deemed as the best emoji to ever give somebody the biggest compliment you could.
The gas pump.
No.
No?
Take some guesses.
I'm sending either a thumbs up or a middle finger. Those are
Nope.
the only emojis you're getting out of me.
No.
Snowman.
No.
High heels.
I will tell you this. It is a person, and you can, if you hold your finger down on the emojis, it sometimes changes the skin color of the person.
Right.
the person getting their
I'll give you
hair
that.
cut.
No.
Oh.
So their biggest, like their best emoji you can possibly send somebody to give the biggest gratitude or accolade or whatever is 3 black Santa Clauses.
Why is this?
I don't know. That's just something that they made up.
Because it's a black Santa calling his house.
I've never used that, and I use the most random emojis you could possibly use in
Hold
any
your finger down on
situation.
your emoji and it should change the skin color of the emoji.
Right.
Wait, no, I think that's only iTunes.
Or iPhones? Really?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I don't think that
We're
works.
going to
on
Ours
test
Android.
this
doesn't
right
work.
now.
I
I'm
know
gonna
iPhone
send-
does it.
I've already tried to change the colors.
Let's
Yeah,
send
that's an.
Tach.
I think that's exclusively iPhone.
So how would that show up on a non-iPhone?
As a
good question.
you'll get whatever the Android one is like.
Just the standard.
Like
All the
iPhone,
white.
iPhones recently got rid of the gun. I think Tach
I
figured that
did
out.
a whole rant about that.
Tach sent a text message the other day yelling and screaming because
It made no
the
sense.
iPhone removed the gun and replaced it with a water gun. But I have an Android, so when you
Yeah.
sent it to
It
me,
was a
I just
gun.
saw a revolver. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I
I'm
know,
looking
I
at
didn't
one
get
right
it
here.
either. I'm like, you okay?
Yeah, but iPhone, it's a green squirt pistol. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, are you kidding
Not
me?
when you text us, though. You can gun us all you want.
All
Yeah, and for
right.
emojis that are like strictly like exclusive to iPhones, if they send them to an Android, it's just a box with an X in it.
Fucking millennials.
Well,
Thanks,
there's-
Obama.
Or something random.
Thanks,
Sometimes
Obama.
it's just something weird.
There
like
are-
a robot.
there
kind
are-
of alien thing.
hundreds of emojis, and I'm not going to find Santa Claus in time, but watch this. I'm going to
There's
show
no
Jay and you guys.
Santa.
So here's a little dude doing a cartwheel. If I hold my finger down on him, boom. All the different colors of the rainbow.
What? That wasn't there before.
I'm going to send Tach a black guy doing a cartwheel emoji.
Is
Thank
that on your
God.
new update?
You know what that means,
don't know,
don't
maybe.
you? Black guy doing a car. Oh, man. I think we're married in Alabama. I think. No.
That might have been on your new update because I know mine
What?
wouldn't do it.
What did you.
What? I just sent you a text.
Yeah.
Did I screw up your list?
What does
No.
it say on yours?
All I get is like question marks.
You don't have any of those pictures.
Oh, maybe my phone's better than yours, and you can't read my.
Yeah,
text.
if you're that's the box with the X in it. You just don't have that capability to see it on your
You don't
phone.
have my emoji library, Tach.
No wonder none of my friends.
you understand. My
We have different
emoji
versions.
library is so much more sophisticated
You sound
That's
like
why my
Ron.
friends don't
Sound
get
like
my
Ron.
library.
Do I?
Okay.
Move on.
Hey, we did discover I had a second voice though. Like
yeah,
impersonation. Hey,
you
Is that
bad Sean
Penny's
Connery.
dad?
it's not. I'm bad Sean
That's
Connery.
Penny's dad.
The funniest fucking episode of our old podcast was when Ron was trying to do a Sean Connery impersonation in the studio. I'll have to find this clip and maybe insert it here. He was trying to do a Sean Connery impersonation. He was so fucking gung ho. He had practiced and practiced and practiced, and I didn't. I think Tach was there at the time too. This is a long time ago. And it was horrible. But, you know, it was funny because he was so into his impersonation. He's like, oh, none of you guys know what you're doing. Listen to me. And he did it, and it was so bad. But I still aired it exactly like he did it. And then he calls me up after the podcast airs, and he goes, Adam, I listened back to my Sean Connery. He goes, why didn't you guys tell me I suck? I'm like, we tried, but you won't listen.
There's this cartoon that I used to watch with my son, or my son used to watch it. I'd watch it with him. It's got a border collie on it, and it's a Scottish one, and it's supposed to be, I guess, reminiscent of Sean Connery. It sounds, Daryl Hammond, also a Melbourne, Florida native,
Right.
great of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does the Sean Connery impressions on the Celebrity Jeopardy. This cartoon dog sounded like someone doing a bad Daryl Hammond impression of a bad Sean Connery.
That's awesome.
And it was just, and I'm like, what are you watching, little man? And it's something about horses. I don't remember what it's called for the life of me. I said, take this garbage off. No. No. If anything, I'm going to let you watch Highlander, where you can watch the real Sean Connery do a real bad Spanish.
We got to find that. I got to find that clip and put it in.
All right. Let's move on to the next one. Number 9. This is the ironic rule.
None of these have been ironic.
It says, don't text in all caps. It seems like you're angry.
Yelling.
It's ironic because the title of the rule is written all in caps. See what I did there? Okay, you guys can't see that.
Yeah, this is a
I
hipster.
did.
This
I
is
saw it.
This isn't even a hipster. This person's just an idiot.
right, because this rule has existed when the email began and chat, messaging
I'm
online
pretty sure
began.
that rule's existed ever since telegraph wires were around.
This has got to be an 18-year-old right
Yeah,
in
they
this
had
article.
what was it, telegraph? They had, like, don't press so hard.
Yeah.
It seems like you're yelling. Yeah.
Tach, by the way, was using Morse code on his lap. It was really weird because it kind of looked like he was jerking it. I'm not sure what was
All right, number 10, the LOL rule. Don't use LOL more than you have to.
Damn it.
And by more than you have to, we mean don't use it at all.
What?
This is especially appropriate in situations like this. Traffic is horrible, LOL. Obviously, you're not laughing out loud at the traffic. Some people like to use LOL in every text when a simple haha will do.
How is that any different from LOL?
Same thing.
Also, don't use you or you are unless you don't mind being thought of as an idiot. That was like the letter.
This
G with
this
the
whole
letters you are.
blog post has made me think this person's an idiot. I don't like LOL.
We got,
I actually text SALTS. It stands for smiling a little to myself.
It's too many letters.
That's too much. My phone knows LOL, so I don't
I
want
like
to teach my phone.
This is
anything
all
else.
Use it.
stupid. I don't
I'm
know
gonna
why
use it
SALTS
as
is the
much
line
as I
all of a
want.
sudden.
One.
And if you're yelling about traffic, you want
Little
people to
bit
know
more.
you're not that mad. So LOL, like I'm not furious, but
Right.
Sign language and podcast doesn't work if you
I
respond
know my
on
talk.
mic.
I know. Sorry.
Okay, I saw what you said. You said we needed a break. Give me just a minute, Adam. What the fuck?
No.
Tag sign language.
Sorry. Okay.
don't know
There's
sign
just
language.
bonus material.
He got
here
it.
real
He got
quickly.
it. All right.
Bonus material, real quickly. It talks about the ha scale. Okay, one ha. Do you know what that means?
It means LOL.
This is basically an acknowledgement that you are attempting a joke, nothing more, nothing less. Example, ha, you're funny. Translation, no, you're not.
Oh, go fuck yourself. No, that's a stupid. God, these are all horrible.
I use ha and exclamation as like something that's really funny.
Bro Council. This is who posted this. Bro
Yeah.
Council. They're gonna get a nice.
I wonder who's going to be in your shenaniganery segment today.
And it's going to be all in caps, all in caps.
Yeah.
and
Oh, they're gonna
Exactly.
fucking get it from
By
me
the way,
today.
my phone now autocorrects. If I put HAHA, it autocorrects it to like 17 ha's. I've done it so many times, it just autocorrects it all the way out.
Two ha's means nice work. If you were talking to the person in real life, they would have let out a hearty chuckle. Example, haha, that's hilarious. Translation, it's not hilarious, but you're getting closer.
that's for two ha-has?
Two ha-has, apparently.
Man, how many ha-has you
I
gotta
think
have?
two ha-has is like an LOL.
I always
At
find
least
two
that's how I
hoo-has is what
so
I'm trying to
three
shoot for.
That's what I'm talking
ha-has
about.
is an LMAO?
It's the American dream,
Exactly.
Jess.
Yep.
That's the extreme.
So my parents came here from Colombia so their son can get into two hoo-has.
All right, and lastly, it says
Hoo-ah!
3 or more ha's. You're actually really funny. In person, that would have excited a full-on laugh. That is, of course, if you would have been able to just be as witty without having the time to think of response like you do when you're texting.
You know how else you can convey to somebody that you're laughing? L-fucking-O-L.
Right.
Or LMAO.
Example,
When it's
ha
really
ha ha ha
funny.
ha, I'm dying. Translation, again, you're not dying, but they probably laughed out loud, although they didn't use LOL, which is good since they would have broken rule number 10.
You know what the funny?
All
You know what the
rage.
funny part about this is that we're because
Oh.
our demographic is all older. Maybe this means a lot to somebody who's like 20.
It shouldn't. No, dear God, it shouldn't. No,
Well,
for
what I mean?
the,
Here's
for the
their
older people that are
ending.
trying to
Here's their
figure out the
ending.
texting. Let's hear the ending.
Okay, the ending says, and there you have it. Too many rules? Well, you should probably just stick to FaceTime. Texting is for tweens anyway.
Okay. Though that might be.
Oh, it just had an about the author. Ray is the founder and the president of Bro Council.
Oh, that son of a bitch.
As a shameless plug, he wants to remind you to check out some stuff that I'm not going to repeat. So.
Oh my God. Hey, before we go to break.
16-year-old Ray.
Before Ray Brito. All right, before we go to break, on our show notes on this episode, please check out a GoFundMe that we're linking for our listener, Xavier and Katie. It's I think his sister. I don't remember the relation, but it's for a puppy. So if you've got, here's where I'm going to insert some Sarah McLachlan. It's for a dog. I call all dogs puppies. It's for a dog that needs some surgery. So
He's a dog that they've had for a long, long time.
Correct. So if you're interested in supporting some of our four-legged furry friends out there, go check this out. They need a little bit of money to help them with some medical bills. So go check it in the show notes, and we'll share it on our Facebook page as well.
All right, and on that, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to, I don't have my notes in front of me. We're going to talk about some cool stuff, though. All right, we'll be back.
Some
I'm
good
going to go write
stuff.
an email to Bro Council.
LOL.
You're in the mix with DJ Gillugo.
Village Idiot Pub. You locals know about it. You guys from out of town have to check them out.
Village Idiot Pub is now a proud sponsor with Living Podcariously and the Twisted 10 podcasts.
It's more than just about commercials, though. The cast here will be taking our show on the road to Village Idiot to record some episodes as well as hold events. They have over 30 beers on tap, including ciders and Hefeweizen, my favorite, as well as hundreds of bottle choices.
Adam, you forgot my favorite, all the delicious wine. So get your friends together and enjoy the board games, puzzles, and the giant Jenga.
Let the owner, Jason, as well as the rest of the staff there, take excellent care of your beer drinking needs.
Mention either one of our shows to the staff and get 10% off your tab.
Tuesday is open mic, Wednesday is trivia, Thursday is karaoke, Friday and Saturday night are live music.
Visit them at 4 Harrison Street, Suite 103, Cocoa, Florida, or Village Idiot Pub on Facebook. And don't forget, they are a dog-friendly location, so bring your friends, family, and fur babies.
All right, welcome back to Living Podcariously. We got a couple special guests that have stopped by in studio with us. Actually, we've got a kind of a packed house tonight. We've got three guests
tonight.
in here.
Yeah.
I like it. I like nights like that, Tach.
I know you do.
But joining us from Village Idiot Pub in historic Cocoa Village is Jason Estes.
Hello.
The owner of Village Idiot Pub.
Welcome back, sir.
Thank you.
And Damion Sumi. It is Sumi,
hello.
right?
Sumi,
Did I pronounce it
correct.
right? All right,
Yep.
cool. Damion is a bartender there, but he's also an entertainer of his own right. Kind of like,
yeah?
On the weekends.
yeah.
Am I going to get a
Legend.
boner again here? Or what?
Tach, you might. Tach, so last time we had a performer in here, Tach and him, clicked real well. I had to call Tach's girlfriend and say, you might want to come up here and get your boy. Because they went off on a tangent about rock and about musicals, whatever. That's Tach's world as well. I've heard a ton of Damion stuff online already, and I can't wait to get you up here.
You're the guy. All right. Cool.
Yeah. you put the two and two together
Right.
now and see.
Just wondering.
Yes.
You're playing too. You're playing soon. Coming up, the idiot. again.
I am not. I gave that date up to Marcus Golan. Marcus Golan is playing on the 15th.
Great.
Nice. Hey.
Nice plug.
Well, we do local artists up here. I talked to you a little bit about that in the chat back and forth, but we like featuring local artists. We had Hot Pink in here. That was tight. We only got 2 guitars and a vocal. We couldn't fit all the drums and keyboards and all that shit. But we also had Devin Lupus in here last week. We had Valina, who was going on The Voice, come in, and she did a number with Tach. Actually, they sang together, which was pretty cool.
yeah.
Cool.
So I've got a rapper that's going to be coming up here out of Palm Bay.
Cool.
And he's actually got a really cool video out on YouTube. His name's Jay Boulevard. He's going to be coming up. So we're going the entire range. We're supposed to go see the Brevard fire and police
Right,
bagpipes and
The
drums.
bagpipe band?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That's my
We're
boys.
supposed to go see them here soon.
Okay, good.
So we want as much local talent as we can. So we'll have to do a night and feature you and let you come in and talk
I'd
a little
love
bit
to.
about it and all that stuff.
I'd love to.
Cool.
But we're here to talk about with you guys tonight is April 1st. So it's been in our commercials a ton. So our listeners have heard of it a lot. And it's just right on the corner. It's this Saturday. Right. So on April 1st is the Village Idiot 5K run. It's called The Village Has Lost Its Idiot Again. And that is the event that Village Idiot puts on.
Correct.
And then you get other people in the area to help sponsor and donate things and gifts and awards and stuff like that.
And that's for the Children's Hunger Project.
Very good. Yes, that's
That's
right.
a great group.
I linked a couple times in a couple different groups. I said, hey, it's cool that we're doing this thing and going to have fun and drink some beer and stuff like that. I said, but don't forget what this is all about. And I put the Children's Hunger Project Facebook page and their website and stuff like that. And
All local. This goes to Brevard County kids. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So we love it.
That's
Stays
very
right
good.
here in our county. So
And
Cool.
Yeah, those kids in Miami-Dade County, they can run their own 5K.
that's right.
No,
the Children's Hunger Project Facebook, whoever runs it, went on and liked it. And I'm like, holy shit, I was in private groups, but I guess they could still see it somehow. So they saw it and liked it, which is kind of cool.
Nice.
But all right, so we're going to come out there and help. We're looking forward to this. We're going to have a tent set up and a banner, our little new banner we got back up over there, the pool table. And we're going to air some stuff while we record something or live on air while we're there.
Awesome.
And we'd like to ask if any of your sponsors that are sponsoring your event want to come by and give, like 5-10 minutes or whatever to talk about their products or their whatever their business is or whatever their charitable event is or whatever the hell they want to talk about. That's that you
great.
allow, send them on over.
Children's Hunger Project also come over. And
Absolutely.
chat with what they do.
Oh yeah.
oh,
definitely.
yeah, that would be fantastic. Heck yeah.
As long as they don't mind, because I always tell this to anybody coming on air, Living Podcariously is not necessarily your, PG-rated podcast. So as long as they know, we talk about sex on here sometimes.
It's PG-13.
That's right. That's right.
13, is that what it is? Okay.
Maybe a little racier than that sometimes.
I'm pretty sure a good number of those kids needing help probably have some R-rated mouths at this point anyway. I'm sorry, Timmy, this
a good
treatment
point.
didn't work. Well, shit. What the fuck are we going to do this time around, Doc?
Yeah, as long as they're okay with that, then yeah, absolutely. Just I don't want them, not like another bagpipe group that we were trying to get on air the night they were supposed to be up here.
Another bagpipe group.
Yeah, well, I don't want to name them because they backed out on us. Okay, Space Coast Highlanders. Okay. They backed out the day of their performance up here. They're like, you guys are a little too racy for us. We don't know if we want to come on here. Like, I completely respect that. I understand. It would have been nice to know 2 weeks prior, but that's okay. That's all right. Yeah. Yeah, well, we do have another podcast that is less crass. I don't know. Anyway,
Right.
but yeah, so let's talk a little bit about what's going on for April 1st for Saturday. What are the timing of events and all that stuff?
Okay, so
And that one you got to get like right into the tip of that one to talk. Like
the
aim it
tip,
right
just
at your face.
the
Perfect.
tip.
Put
Yeah.
the tip to your lips.
Diaphragm's in a different
got
spot.
Just put the tip in. See how it feels, Jay.
I like it. It's a little different, but I'm getting into it.
Feels right, Brian. Feels right.
So Hot Pink is playing. Hot Pink starts at 7.
Nice.
We kind of go through the festivities, and then we start the run or walk or crawl or whatever you're going to do to get around this 5K at 7:30
Okay.
on the dot. So
And it's costume. You want your runners in costume?
it's a masquerade.
Masquerade
So you can
ball.
please do costume. Please do as much as you can do.
So is there going to be a king and queen?
They're right here.
I
You're
think
the queen already.
I should do Living Podcariously will sponsor the king and queen, and whoever's dressed best will get the crown. Be
Done.
crowned
Be
that
crowned the
night.
village
Done.
idiot.
We like it.
We're
I like it.
sponsoring
Done.
the crown. So what? Who's stopping by Burger King to pick up the
I
crown?
know you had
Andrea will
Gonna
make
be
it.
bedazzled. I will make some bedazzled
Ooh.
headgear.
You're on the hook now.
I know you said it now. and I
Yeah,
expected-
it's out in the universe.
That's right.
now.
You say shit like that in front of a sponsor, and we're on the books. That's what that means. We're there. I know.
So can we do a sprint race at the beginning between you guys and see who can win the
Living
last? We started
Podcariously run,
remember? Yeah, let's do
I
it.
have 8 updos to do before that starts, so I don't know if I'll make that.
Wow, lucky you, Adam.
She's got a wedding to go to take care of it.
updos.
Melinda. Yeah, updos.
Sorry, I thought that was a sexual thing. I didn't
Wait
know
a
what you
minute.
guys were getting into.
Do I not know the name, the street slang for what updo?
We'll refer you to Urban Dictionary after the show.
I just learned, the old school ice cream you get from the ice cream truck, the push up. That's actually a sexual reference on Urban
No, that is
Dictionary.
not a. No, leave
Yes.
the push up alone.
push-up.
The best sherbet ice cream in the
You mean
world.
the push pop?
No, the push up. Is it a push pop?
Yeah, it's called push up.
Is
Yeah, I
it
thought it was
push-up?
push up.
Yeah, yeah,
Had
yeah.
Fred Flintstone on it or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So what is the
Oh, I don't
position?
know. I didn't want to look it up.
Push-up.
I was going to be disappointed. I always associate nostalgia of push-ups from my youth, and I don't want it to be
I was in
ruined.
the Army, so my push-ups mean a totally different thing than yours.
Right.
All right, so so I know you guys got the whole park out front in front of the
Right.
Village Idiot reserved or booked or whatever.
That's right. So the streets are shut down, and the 5K route is all shut down, and there'll be stuff going on everywhere.
Is it through the entire village or just around the park?
Pretty much the entire village.
Yeah.
all the way to
Nice.
all the way to Rockledge and back again. So
Oh, very cool.
yeah,
Nice.
and then after the run, it's just right in front of us. Where it'll all be, and the stage will be set up. Hot Pink will be playing there. I said that already.
Hot Pink.
But there'll
we
be
love
beer
Hot Pink.
outside, and you'll be able to.
Sweet. You
drink
can walk
everywhere.
around with the
Are they-
beers and
That's
stuff
right.
out there.
Are they playing like the amphitheater? Is that what they're?
No, just right in front of us.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, cool.
What kind of a stage is set up in there?
It's like a truck bed basically that pulls up and has a roof over it this year.
Nice.
Because of the rain last year, but
From the City of Cocoa? That one? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you,
sweet.
City of Cocoa.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's nice.
City of Cocoa.
City of Cocoa, we need to talk to you about some permits for Adam and Living Podcariously. No, that's really cool. We're really looking forward to it. So, of course, we love Hot Pink. They're friends of the show, have come in here a ton. James and those guys are absolutely fabulous. I did hear something, either it was from Bill or it might have been from you, Jason. I don't remember who sent me the text, but you guys are building a stage inside? Or is that kind of on the
Bill
down low?
and
Or is
I are
that
talking about that. It's not on the down low. It's just a matter of figuring it out.
sure
Schematics.
Yeah, exactly.
where stuff will go?
Slowly but surely. So we got the sound stuff in there. Now
Yep.
we're moving to the stage. We're slowly.
I think you guys should build a rig to hang your musicians from the ceiling because you guys have that giant 40-foot ceiling.
Just
in there.
float them. I know.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
like a Britney Spears concert or
That
something.
would get asses in the
Not
seats
that I've
for
been
sure.
to a Britney Spears concert. I don't assume that, Jay. I was about to get a lashing, I'm sure.
I'm just picturing the tiny little Stonehenge lowering from above.
Nice.
Yes,
There's an Easter egg for you guys.
that's awesome. Love it. I don't think Adam knows the reference at all.
No, I have no idea.
No idea.
What?
I just saw Hot Pink took a picture next to Stonehenge. I didn't. Maybe you went on their Facebook page.
Not even close.
No.
Not even
Homework
close.
again.
even
He's got
close.
homework.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
It's a rock band or something.
Did you watch
Spinal
Heavy Metal?
Tap.
Did you watch
Spinal
Heavy
Tap.
Metal?
Never seen Spinal. I love metal, but I've never
Heavy
seen
Metal.
Spinal
Did you
Tap.
finally watch the movie Heavy Metal?
Oh no,
Oh,
I haven't seen
dude,
that. I haven't seen
supposed to
Spinal
do
Tap. I did see some John Cusack film you told me to see.
That's the one you watched.
What?
Which one?
I like Cusack.
We can't hear you, Andrea.
Yeah, she's off mic. You have to talk into the mic.
We can't
Andrea's
hear
given
you.
up her mic.
I was saying you just have to tell me what he has to watch, and then I'll remind him.
Oh, gotcha.
Spinal Tap. It's on Netflix now.
Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Yep.
He didn't like it. He didn't know about Heavy Metal, so now he needs to know about Spinal Tap.
I need
Tell
to
about
watch
the
both of those.
cartoon heavy metal.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, y'all had that. Y'all talked about
We
that.
looked
one
at the
night.
video on
Did
here.
we?
I'm a listener. Yes.
Yeah.
You talked
Okay.
about.
We watched the
listening to Heavy
video,
Metal.
the trailer for it, or something like that, in here on the.
Yeah, I think you were out that night, Tag.
I might have been out that night.
Oh.
Okay.
It did happen, right? I didn't dream.
Yeah, no, that totally happened. Yeah, it would have been a really weird acid trip. Yeah, all of us were on that one.
Oh, that's funny. We've got another couple of podcasts that are going to come out. One of the other local podcasts, Burn It Down, which we talked about at the beginning of this show, but they're going to come out and hang out for a little bit.
Cool.
Let them get on some mic time with us as well. Ray Brito from Gallows Humor is going to come out, another podcast down in Melbourne. And then we've got several of our listeners have already told us and clicked accept on the little invite we did for our event. Not our event, but our supporting event for you guys. They're all coming. So we've got a pretty cool little crowd that's going to come out there and hang out and drink some beer. And I don't. So how if they buy beer, does that go towards the charity, or is there a separate donation area for where the charity is?
Well,
How does
it's
that
just some of the proceeds from the entire thing,
cool.
thing that's happening through whatever goes towards that.
Okay.
It depends. We have to pay for what happens
Absolutely.
first, and then
Yeah.
most of
very
it goes
cool.
towards that.
Do you guys have a donation goal?
Not this year. We don't.
Okay.
We don't. That's a good. We should do that.
Well, we are encouraging people to bring canned food, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Awesome.
that's
Food
good.
also.
Definitely do that then.
What about the dogs? Should they wear masks that night?
Oh, of course.
It's required.
Masquerade
They
puppies.
can go with you on the trail.
Are dogs allowed out there? I mean, I know they're normally
Yes.
allowed out there, but they're allowed out there.
The village
that night
is
as well?
great for dogs, and that night is the same. So.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah, Oliver might be joining us that evening.
The masquerade theme, yeah. Did you guys see the pictures that we took of the whole staff and Jason?
Is it the one where you're laying on the bar?
I mean, it totally
Several.
looks like an
Yeah.
eyes wide shut orgy is about to open up.
Yeah, no, I was
One of them, like it looks like we're all going to rape Jason. at one moment.
I
Fidelio.
was hoping. Can't rape the willing.
Yeah, I love that picture. You guys had that as your cover picture for a long time.
Yeah.
Jason laying
That
on
was
the
my
bar.
first photo shoot. That was interesting.
First photo shoot. Huh?
It was.
Oh, that's funny. Not many people get the Eyes Wide Shut reference. I like that. That's really good. That movie I have seen. Cole Kidman looked good in that. I'm just gonna say. All right. Well, what else is going on that day? So it starts at 7. Hopping starts at 7. You want us there? I said 6 originally. Should I be there a little earlier?
You just have to get in there to set up and do everything where you want to be, figure out where you want to be, where you're comfortable, and then kind of just be there early for that. So
Okay.
that and all that, because it's going to get crazy.
So like 4 for you.
That's so
Which
I'll
means he'll
at 6.
show up at
The lowly bar staff will be there all day, so just come.
Yeah.
We'll be serving drinks.
All
day.
right, that works.
We encourage people to have some drinks.
We'll come scope out a spot and put up the tent and the table and the banner and all that fun stuff. We didn't have merch in time here to be able to bring anything to sell, but we'll just have, maybe some printouts or something to hand out if anybody has.
And our sign up for the king and queen of the
That's right.
5K. The masquerade ball.
Oh yeah, that's the thing we're committed to now. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Nothing like a few days before your event to add something new into it, right?
For a game. It sounds fun.
All right. Well, do we have any questions for
I don't think so.
anything? Do you guys have any plugs that you want to get out of the way for any particular events or sponsors or anything like that for this event?
Fish Lips is sponsoring.
Jason's like, God damn it! I already looked at it. We don't have to go through all the sponsors. I
Run
didn't know if
through
you had anything particular
through
that you wanted to go through.
We'll go run through them. Hang on.
Okay. I know that you guys have Melting Pot as a sponsor because my
Yes.
stepson works there. And when you posted it, he happened to be up here that night, spending the night. Yeah, because I took him out on the gambling boat, and you guys had the picture. I'm like, hey, check it out. Melting Pot's a sponsor.
Is Melting Pot the place where you spend a lot of money to cook your own meals?
That's
what-
exactly what
Yeah,
it is.
you,
Yes.
pay, you pay to work there. That's right.
Yeah.
How can anybody eat a full meal there? I can't do it. There's no way. We have to get like appetizers and dessert only.
I've been there
love
like
Melting
So
Pot.
much food.
Melting Pot is
Afterwards, they
listening.
make-
I love you. It
Yeah,
tastes
afterwards they
fantastic.
make you do your dishes too. It's weird.
So just like home.
You dip the dishes into the soapy water. It's another kind of fondue.
Yeah,
No, I love the melting pot. The chocolate and cheese. That's all I need.
that's the only
Peanut
thing
butter.
I like there is
I-
the cheese and then the chocolate. I don't care.
I
about
don't
the main
understand why I'm
stuff.
spending that much money to cook my own food.
I don't get it
Right.
either. They shouldn't allow men in it. It should just be for women. That's it. Just for women.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
I like it, though.
No,
Hang on a minute.
women and men who send winky faces to each other
There you
via
go.
text.
Didn't I send you a winky face earlier?
Tach, I think your texts all start with a winky face.
That's
so,
right.
Tag,
They
it's
do.
going to be you with a bunch of women.
All right.
See?
And no one will be getting
Hey, wait
laid
a
this
second. I
night.
have a girlfriend. Wait.
All right.
We don't have to go through all the sponsors if you don't want to. I can cut this out.
Just
and
name
edit
the
it,
ones
so
you
Okay.
love. That's
The
all.
ones we like.
Comprehensive Health Services, Knight Enterprises, Dale Sorensen, Craig Technologies, Fish Lips, Melting Pot.
Nice.
These are all
Bro,
Ballast Point, Isle Murata.
When did your radio voice come out, man? That's beautiful.
It's good.
Fantastic.
It's clear. It's crystal.
is.
You know, if this
awesome.
bar thing never works out for you, we have a seat in here. I'm just saying.
Hey,
Wait, I hope the bar thing works out because you're a sponsor. Wait, I want that to work. No, I'm just kidding.
Careful what you wish for, Adam.
And don't make money. Come here and
He's
work at a podcast.
Because us podcasters get paid tons of money, right?
oh, I heard.
Yeah.
He'll go from sponsor to disgruntled employee.
We already have a J for that. We're good there. No, that's cool. I didn't know Comprehensive Health Services was one of your guys' sponsor. It's where my ex-wife works.
We're all about happy reunions here at the Village's Lost Their Idiot Again 5K.
Well, no, very cool. That's we're looking forward to it. We're gonna have a blast up there. We'll be pimping our new Living Podcariously banner.
Nice.
We had a friend of the
fucking sexy.
podcast hook us up with that for free. Yeah, it was
yeah.
really kind of cool. I guess that's about it. Everybody's going to be there, right? Andrea might be a little bit late because of her.
But I'm running
Updos.
Oh, but she's running the pageant. Well, you better get there on time.
She's got 5 updos. Is that what it was?
8 updos or something
8
like that.
Updos.
8 push-ups. She's
Push-ups. That's what it is.
It's hard to hear you. Okay. Yep. All
She has to
right.
get up at 5 a.m.
Oh, okay.
All right.
You all caps. Is that what
We
you
could
did?
easily solve the problem of not being able to hear her by us taking our headphones off, and we just refuse to do so.
We're podcast snobs now. Well, very cool. Damion, we got to get you back in here
I'd love to.
for pretty much anything you want to promote. Any of the guests that ever come in, especially if they're performing, you plug whatever the hell you want to plug.
Okay.
It makes it out to, I don't know, maybe about in a month, maybe 24,000, 25,000 listens.
All right.
So we're doing a lot better than we were when we first signed on with Village Idiot. So we're growing and going in the right direction, getting some cool friends in the community that are coming out to support us, which is really fun.
Fantastic.
So I want to introduce you when the day of. I know you're going to be running around like crazy, but if we happen to have another couple of podcast groups over there, I'll introduce you to
Nope,
them.
that'll be Shelly. She'll be running around like
Shelly will?
Yeah, she
Okay.
will be. So no, I try to stay away. That's theirs. That's her run. She's her and
really?
my wife take care of that. I kind of sit back and
Enjoy yourself.
enjoy it for once.
I'll be
Nice.
behind the bar.
Yeah,
Inside? Will you guys have a bar set up outside as well?
Yes.
Like
it'll be cans
nice.
outside and inside if you want something on draft.
We
you can
put
go
the pretty
inside.
girls outside, though.
very
right.
cool. Tach, that's where you'll be.
I have a girlfriend.
No, you are our pretty girl of the podcast.
Oh yeah.
I have a girlfriend. That's a good answer. You need that on a hat that day.
I have a girlfriend.
Yeah, because girls will constantly talk to me. Yeah. No, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, don't you know who I am? That's the line you need to use.
That's the shirt
Don't
I'm
you
wearing.
know who I think I am?
Yeah, that's the shirt I'll wear. Yeah.
Podcast famous. That's about as. Isn't that what's one of those things where it's an opposite of what you thought it was supposed to say?
Podcast rich. Is that what it is?
Podcast rich. That's a
Yeah.
little play on the N word.
Yeah,
I don't like
I'm
that
familiar.
so much. Okay.
What?
No.
What?
Podcast rich, N word rich. It's the slang for.
Martha Stewart said it. That's all I know.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll give it to Martha. Stewart.
Adam doesn't necessarily understand the meaning of all the words that he uses. We learned the other day via group text. We learned he didn't know what onomatopoeia meant.
Yeah, I know.
That's Adam. Yeah, Adam.
Yeah. Wait.
You're
How did
like-
this?
Jason's looking
How could you
confused.
not know what that meant?
I didn't know what it
What
was.
does it mean?
Batman
Yeah.
uses them all the time. The old Batman TV show, like where it's pow,
Pow,
bang,
bam, boom.
It's
Yeah,
words
yeah.
that sound like what they're supposed to sound like in real life. I had to look it up afterwards. I said, "Hey, I admit I'm a big enough boy to say I."
You
know
did.
when
It
I'm
was
wrong.
just fun to point out. Like, we were throwing some
never
things
wrong.
around. We were throwing some titles for a segment around, and there was a lot of alliteration going on. So instead of saying I like the alliteration or I like the sound of it, he's like, I like the onomatopoeia behind that.
Yeah.
And then my text message was LOL. Adam
LOL.
doesn't know what onomatopoeia means.
And then you did a winky face. You did a winky face after
I did
that.
do a winky face at that one because it was a group text.
You sent a
and there's
winky face,
woman,
bro?
No, but there was a woman involved in the group text.
Except I was working and didn't see any of that till hours later, so I wasn't involved in it. Does that count?
I don't know that.
But you didn't respond for hours later, so that works out.
Yes, that gave me another
you-
4 hours till I had to respond.
Jason and Damion are lost. The first segment of the show, we talked about rules of texting.
Bullshit
That
rules of
they're-
texting.
They were definitely bullshit, written by some hipster 18-year-old kid at some company in
Some
or in
article
California.
that we have found.
Yeah,
I
but
found.
it's when you should and shouldn't send certain things in text. Smiley faces
Yeah.
shouldn't go to guys. Winky face, no, that kind of stuff. But anyway, we disagreed
It's
with most of
horseshit.
it. We disagreed with most of it because it was like hipster style,
Yeah.
like young hipster, like
I'd send you a winky face all day. So whatever.
15-year-old kids.
Young
Ollie-
hipster,
oh,
not old
you get it.
hipster.
Yeah, young, very young hipster.
Yeah.
All right, well,
I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited for Saturday. So hell yeah.
It's gonna be
yeah,
fun.
I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. This is our first big event to support you guys on, and we hope there's.
And we're gonna have
lots and
another
lots
big
more.
event for you guys coming by.
Yep.
soon.
So
gonna
talk
be
to
a
Hot
blast.
Pink. I don't have any official dates yet,
Pink.
but they're going to play it for us.
Okay.
And I need to talk to you about some of the logistics because I mean, let's face it, I'm a rookie at this stuff, so I don't know how the correct way to do an event should be done. So I need to talk to you off mic at some point on
Sure.
the bands, the setups, if I'm allowed to have shit set up to sell, that kind of. I just don't know any of that stuff, so
Okay.
I'll have to bounce some of my ideas off of you, and
We'll figure that out.
you
No problem.
let me know what to do.
Hopefully this summer. Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely gonna be this summer.
Cool.
Hot Pink said they're gonna have to bump somebody. They're booked for like 7 months, every weekend for like 7 months. It's ridiculous.
They should be.
Nuts.
Yeah,
They're great.
they're an awesome band.
Yeah.
for sure. Well, cool. All right. Well, thank you for coming in. We appreciate that. And listen to the ad. Listen to the spot. We only like using some sponsors that we really get behind, and that's why we're so involved with you guys is because we like what you do. We like the place. The establishment is fantastic. The staff there, Jason, the staff there's okay. It's oh wait, Damion. No, the staff
The
is
best,
awesome.
baby. We're the best.
The staff there is awesome, and we look forward to working with you guys as
Yeah.
much as we possibly
No,
can.
like Adam said, we absolutely have sponsors we can get behind. Now, if you get the premier package for sponsorship, we'll actually let you get behind us.
Now we're talking.
All right.
Some
well,
Podcariously living there.
On that note, we're going to get Damion in studio here in the near future so he can do a performance for us. And Damion, do you want to plug yourself real quick, like your SoundCloud channel or your...
Gross.
Damion Sumi, you can look it up. It's Damion SUOMI.
I get it wrong every time.
You can look on you can look it up on Pandora or Spotify, or you can find the albums on iTunes. The last album, it's been a few years now. I did with a band called The Minor Prophets. It was Damion Sumi and The Minor Prophets, and sometimes you have to punch in that whole name. But if you do that, I'm really proud of that album.
Oh, very cool.
Great.
You can find it there.
Well, with your permission, I'd like to use that as maybe a couple of our intro and outro songs during this episode. Would that be all right?
I'd love for you to use anything.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. We'll do that. We'll put those in there. So the music you're going to be listening to as we're going out of break right now is some of Damion's music, and when he comes in studio, you'll hear some of that live. So, all right, well, cool. Well, thank you for coming in again. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you, guys.
We're going to take a break in studio, and we'll be right back.
Good seeing you guys.
Here we go.
You're in my marrow, all deep in my bones. You're on my mind, oh, it must atone. You're in my heart, run through my blood. Compromise, please compromise, 'cause you're in the past. You're a picture frame under my skin. Oh, love soaked you in. You're still the most beautiful I know. Compromise, please compromise, and we'll go down to the abyss. Oh, find the treasure that we missed. Let's find a place where there's joy, and let that joy burn the pain. We may never get over this, and that's okay. It's okay, it's okay. 'Cause you are purple, I'm water blue. A glass of wine, oh, the sweet scent of time. And I'm slow, I'm blown away. Compromise, please compromise. 'Cause you are restless, I can't let go. You are direct, and I'm a metaphor. And you are Jupiter, I'm a slave to the moon. Compromise, God damn it, compromise. And we'll go down to the abyss, find the treasure that we missed. Let's find a place where there's joy, and let that joy burn the pain. We may never get over this. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Can even be kind. A little grace, I swear to God I told a lie. How are you still the only one I won't compromise? God damn it, compromise. And we'll go down to the abyss, find the treasure that we missed. Let's find a place where there's joy, and let that joy burn the pain. And we may never get over this. And we may never get over this.
Hey, it's Adam. If you enjoyed the content or the cast of Living Podcariously, be sure to check out the other show we produce. It's called The Twisted 10. Each week, a host or a guest host takes over the show and brings their own unique and original top 10 list to the show. Here's a few examples. Top 10 crazy religious practices. Top 10 sexual fetishes. Twisted Guinness World Records. Top 10 possible human extinction events. And my personal favorite, Top 10 best or worst infomercial products. As you can see, the content is all over the place for the show. However, it is a lot of fun to produce, and we hope you like it. As always, thanks for listening. All right, welcome back to Living Podcariously. We just heard from the guys from Village Idiot Pub, and we look forward to seeing you guys out there.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited for that event on Saturday.
It sounds like fun times.
I'm excited to host a pageant. I never got to be in one, always dreamed of it. So, you girls and gals, dress up.
Girls and gals.
So am I the one passing my Burger King for the crowns? Is that?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what's going to happen. She's going to bedazzle them, though. That'll be cute. So, all right, Jay, what the heck happened? You made a post on Facebook. You don't usually vague book ever, so that was good, because your posts are pretty straight to the point. But what the hell? Say what happened to you last time you were up.
So driving, I do live, as we know, a considerable distance away from Podcaria Studios, and part of my drive home involves driving down I-95. So, for those of you not familiar with Florida Panthers. They are basically Florida's version of a cougar or a mountain lion or puma, whatever you want to call it. It's our own little subspecies. They're wildly endangered, and most of them live down in Southwest Florida. We're talking Naples, Fort Myers is a big preserve.
We have a lot of them out there on the base in Kennedy Space Center area.
Seriously?
The cougars?
That's
over
a whole
40, right?
That's a whole conservation area. So
If you're over 40, you're a cougar, right?
Right.
That's where all the cougars live?
Yes.
yeah, sorry.
So, yeah, I had no idea that they were this far up. I didn't know that they had come up to the East Coast.
They're all over.
So I'm driving down I-95. I'm southbound, and it's 3 lanes. I got an 18-wheeler in the middle lane, and he's pulling a good clip. And it's middle of the night. He's in the middle lane. He wants to avoid the deer. I get that. So I'm going to go past him on the left, but there's this asshole just sitting there. And he's just keeping in the exact same spot with this rig. He's not passing him. He's not hanging back. He's just right on his ass. And he's not letting anyone else pass because he's a dick. And he deserves to be ran off the road.
Are you talking about a deer?
No, I'm talking about some asshole who drove a Lumina.
Still the cougar.
Oddly enough, he was driving a Lumina. So there we go.
You?
So I'm going to pass this truck because I'm going considerably faster. We won't say how fast. But I'm going to go past. But I'm going to pass him. But now I have to pass him on the passenger side, which is dangerous to do in any car, especially to a rig. That's a big blind spot. So right when I get up to him, I flash my high beams twice. Kind of signaling that I want to pass him. He flashes his flashers at me, and I boogie.
Yeah.
Right when I'm about halfway up his trailer, up ahead of me, I see a deer coming right up off the shoulder.
Uh-oh.
Now, I'm going way too fast to stop. I've got an 18-wheeler to the left of me, so I can't change lanes. So in my head, I'm like, well, this is where I die. Because that's the only way this is going to happen. That's the only thing that's going to happen here. Like, this deer's going to come in front of me, and I can't go anywhere. I'm going to die.
At this point, all you can do is just make suggestions.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just like, I wonder what my eulogy. I wonder what they'll say at my eulogy. I'm worried about
writing it out while you're sitting
I'm worried about my epitaph all of a sudden. You know what I mean? So, in a last-ditch effort to literally save my life, I flash my high beams at this deer. And as soon as I do, I notice that the tail is a lot longer than what you would expect from a deer. And he kind of like he kind of bows his head and goes away, like slinks away from the light.
Yeah.
And that's when I saw its face, and I was like, I've never seen a Florida Panther. I've never seen one in my life.
Mean-looking motherfuckers, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
I remember the first time I saw one. Amazing.
Dude, I looked at it, and my head went with it. I'm like, oh, my God, that's a panther. And then I snapped to the front because I was veering, and I was like, oh, shit, that's a truck. And, luckily I'm here, obviously, so luckily I regained control. But, yeah, I had no idea that Florida Panthers were back up this way in Florida.
Yeah.
That was when I found that out.
I've never seen any out at Kennedy Space Center. I saw some back on one of the Palm Bay preserves when we were doing a mission in a helicopter. You could see down in there's patches, and there were a few of them in there, which was kind of cool. But I don't ever remember seeing any near the highway.
Yeah, I had one. I was driving at night, almost just like that, and the one crossed the road in front of me. I didn't come close to hitting it or anything, but he actually came off the beach, which is funny. Came right off the beach and crossed the road, and then went into the woods. And it was just he was kind of like really low and like staying in the grass, and looked like a cat, like playing almost, And it was just amazing. It was awesome.
Sweet.
So that's how I almost died last week.
Hey, Adam.
Yeah, hey, what's up, Tach?
It's game time. Yay! And welcome to another episode of It's Game Time. Hope you guys are all excited. Sorry I couldn't do one last week, but we had a busy full show.
It's all good.
So this week, in this game, there's no winners, no losers. It's like a big millennial game. So everybody gets a participation trophy.
Everybody gets a trophy?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, but this is just more of an improv game. So we need to bone up on our improv because we haven't been doing very well, Adam.
Why you always got to look at me during this?
I'm just saying. I thought it was me for a while, but then me and Jay did it, and we nailed it.
Yeah, you
so
guys
I'm
did
just
pretty
saying.
good.
I'm just kidding.
You're not yes-anding enough.
I'm scared.
Okay, so.
Oh, Adam put his glasses on. He's ready.
Yes.
That's right. I don't have to read
All right,
anything.
so
but...
you do have to read something, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so in this little baggie
You cheated.
is weed. And no, it's not weed. No, in this little baggie, I have little pieces of paper. And so I'm going to pass this bag to whoever is going to be up.
You'll pass it to the left. We're going to keep it the traditional life.
All right, so this game is called Job Application, okay?
okay.
So two people are going to play at a time. So for the first round, let's go with Andrea and Jay, okay?
Okay.
So, Andrea, since ladies' choice, would you prefer to be this is going to be a job interview. Would you prefer to be the interviewer or the applicant? Okay, let's figure it out a little quicker.
This is a hard decision right now for me.
You're going to set it all off.
She has to figure out whether she wants to imaginarily have a brown person working under her and be a racist, or does she want to imaginarily work for a brown person, which totally goes against all white privilege. So it's a hard decision to make.
I will be the interviewee.
The applicant.
Okay, so you'll be the applicant. Okay, so Jay is going to be the
What's wrong
interviewer.
with interviewee?
So
Jay's going to be the immigrant?
no, interviewer.
That's what you just said.
No, it's going to be interviewer. Listen back.
Oh, we're going to have to listen to that one.
Oh, that's a soundbite.
Can you pass that to Jay, please?
Jay's going to be the immigrant. I'm like, wait, what?
No, interviewer. Okay, so you're going to pull out one piece of paper. Okay, so Jay is now going to pull out a piece of paper, and on that piece of paper is going to say a certain job. Okay? And now we're going to say that name of the job right here.
A porn star fluffer.
Just thought I'd throw that in there for you.
that.
All right.
That's
So now our audience now you all know what that job that Andrea is about to apply for.
I don't know what job I'm applying for.
You don't know what job you're applying for, so now Jay is going to conduct the interview
Okay.
for the job. You don't even know what the job is for.
Okay.
And you have to figure out what job you're applying for
I have to figure out and interview for this.
based on the questions that he
Oh,
asks.
geez.
I like this.
Jay, have fun with it.
Oh,
ask her
God.
to like
You had
explain
to
the job,
partner
things
it.
like that.
I totally picked the wrong spot.
So, and these jobs are anywhere from crazy to some of them are just normal jobs. Some of them are ridiculous. So, I don't know what Jay picked, but our audience already does. And so, whenever you are ready, begin.
Hey, good evening, doll. How are you? Come in. You got a pretty face. It's gonna do really well here. It's good. So why don't you go ahead and tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm a really self-motivated person.
Well, that's good. You're gonna have to motivate others. Can you do that?
Yeah, I
All
can
right.
motivate others. I'm a great team leader.
Very good. Very good.
I have
All
a
right.
lot of creative ideas.
Oh, that's gonna do very well here. Yes.
Yeah. What kind of things would I be doing?
Well, I mean, there's going to be you would obviously be using your hands very much here. It is a very hands-on environment that we use. How do you feel about you have no problem not being the one in the spotlight, do you, doll?
What do you mean, like the spotlight?
Like you said you're a good team player. I just want to make sure you don't have to be like if there was a photo shoot, you wouldn't need to be in front of the camera. You okay being behind the scenes, part of the crew, part of the ship?
Oh yeah,
All right.
like doing their hair or something.
Good. Well, you wouldn't be really doing their hair so much. Maybe a little bit of preening, but nothing that intensive. Do you own how are you with lip gloss? Do you own your own lip gloss? Can you bring that into work?
Yeah, I have lots of different makeup.
Okay, no, we're just really worried about just the lips at this point. The rest of the face really could look to shit. I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about
I don't know what this is. I made these cards. I don't even know what this is.
Now, how do you feel about most of your work? What's going to be done? How are your knees?
My knees are good.
Right,
I can bend.
Yeah, you can kneel. You can get up
I
really
can kneel.
easily.
Yeah, when I pray, I pray all the time.
Now, the praying is great practice, but I want you to keep that same mindset.
I'm just saying I can stay on my knees for a long time.
And you don't have your problem. And as praying, your hands would be up around your mouth, just at that level anyway.
Would I be sucking dicks in this job?
All right, scene.
And scene. That was awesome.
All right.
Good job.
I needed that answer.
So, do you know what job you're applying for, Andrea?
Massage therapist?
Massage therapist, Jay.
Well, I mean, it will come in very good if you can knead. That would be fantastic. No, Doll, we were introducing you to be a fluffer.
A fluffer.
That's right.
Yeah, you're
Nice.
not the porn star, but you are the one behind the scenes, making sure the porn star is happy. You maybe a little bit of preening around the pubes. You were talking about some experience with the hair field.
I first thought you were talking that you were a strip club manager because that's where it started off in that direction. Then you said something about preening, and I'm like, is she a bird cleaner? Like, how would the furka preening feathers?
No,
like you would
preening the
help-
pubes. You
Yeah,
want to
I
make sure
guess.
that's well managed and manicured down there. Yeah.
Yes, I
I don't
guess
even
so.
know
Only
what
the only the
fluffer
best
is.
here at Smuts Are Us.
Wait a minute. Stop the show. We need a fucking record scratching sound. Repeat what you said, Andrea.
I don't even know what a fluffer is.
Oh, no. Let me go ahead and break this down for you. Okay,
Yes.
so here's what happens in the adult video industry. They're not always shot in one shot. Sometimes we have to cut. We take a little bit of break. Meth is a real big thing here. So what happens is when there is a break, the fluffer would come on behind the scenes and help keep the male member hard. Yes, a lot of handwork, a lot of mouth work, which is why the lip gloss will come in. Lubrication is important in this field.
And you get paid for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, quite a
Oh,
substantial
honey,
amount
you
of money.
hired. We hired you. You hired.
So that's a
All
fluffer.
right. So what I
All
was
the protein shakes you can drink, honey.
A fluffer.
what I was
No
trying
points
to.
for that. I didn't know what a fluffer was.
No, there's no winners, no losers here.
It was a
But you okay? No points. All right, you did guess that you were sucking
a
dick.
massage therapist. Is that not another word for it?
Well, I mean, there is some massaging done here. Like,
There
not-
is a muscle.
You want to avoid the shiatsu, but a very nice kneading.
There is a very major muscle involved here.
The tongue
Oh.
is the strongest muscle on the body, right?
It came. You threw
The
it, and
jaw.
it came closer to you.
All right. So what I was trying to say to you, Adam, during the thing, I was like, I think we should probably see that so we know, and it's probably funnier to us.
Oh no, I want to guess too.
Oh, okay, so you don't want to see then. All right. So Adam now is he's going to be the
Oh, wait.
interviewer.
I'm the interviewer.
Oh,
Yes, you're the
gonna
interviewer,
guess?
and now you're going to interview Jay.
Oh, I'm interviewing. I see how this is working.
All right.
All right. So
All right, I'm opening up my.
Adam
card.
is looking at the card, and we're going to go ahead and tell the audience right here.
Pet food tester.
And now our audience knows.
I don't know
All right.
the voice to use though. See, this
Can
is
I
the
see it?
problem.
I'm just curious.
Yeah,
You
wanna see
can't
it?
look cheater. Cheat.
He's
cheat.
not guessing. I'm the one that's guessing.
Oh. But
Yeah, Adam's interviewing me.
Do you
I
want to
know
see?
no one knew.
Do you want to see what it is?
No, I feel no.
Do you want? No. Okay.
Then I can't be an audience participant.
Okay. All right, Adam. So you're going to be interviewing Jay for this job.
All right, that's the job he's interviewing for.
Yep.
Okay.
And you're going to be interviewing from this particular job. And whenever you're ready, go.
Calling in Mr. Alvarado. Please come in, Mr. Alvarado.
Yes. Hello, nice to meet you.
Perfect. Very nice to meet you. Do you speak English well, sir?
No, my English is not very good looking.
Perfect. Perfect. Do you? Let me ask you a little bit about your background for this position.
Okay.
Have you ever have you ever left a job for bad treatment?
A battery. Jess.
Jess is yes.
Jess.
Okay, Jess is yes. Okay. Would you say you would ever leave a job for your job requirement being to how should I put it? Compare products against other products in the market.
Do you want me to leave?
No. Let's start over. Are you good with animals? Dogs, pedos. Is it pedos? Cats, gatos?
Yes, cats. Yes.
Parrots.
Parrots. Racist, but yes.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's important in this job. You really have to be good with animals.
Parents are racist.
Not so much.
He
because
assumed I work with parrots because of my voice. He's okay.
No. I said parrots.
He's not wrong. He's racist, but he's not wrong.
All right. So you don't really have to be around animals. You just have to know about them and have had experience with them in the past and know what they like and not like. All right.
Yes, I feed.
Have you ever been to Publix before? The grocery store?
In the back, yes. Folding boxes.
This is something that's popular in your country, like South America or somewhere. There's on the aisles there's people set up that let you try little samples of products, right? Well, this is a lot like that. All right, so this job.
Steal? Do you want me to steal?
No, you don't have to steal.
Okay.
We're going to give you your consumable. It's yours. You get to keep it. We just need you to tell us a little bit about it, and if you think the animals would like it. That's all.
And scene.
I'm testing dog food.
Bam.
Yes.
Nailed it. I didn't give too much
That
away,
food
did
tester. You kind of led him right down the path. But
Yeah,
it's
right.
okay,
Yeah,
it's
right
okay.
at the end, you totally led me there.
But like,
Because I had no idea what I was applying for.
I was
like animals,
trying
a farmhand. What am I
You
going
should
for?
help, right?
A little, but
Well, have
I
fun
tried
with
not
it.
saying pet. I tried not saying
Yeah,
food.
like I
not
started
saying
asking you
animals.
about your lips and everything.
Have fun with it.
It was a pet food tester or
You're
just a food tester?
You're not going to?
He wrote the cards.
I can
but
interview.
You're going to be
I'll
interviewing
interview
me.
if you want me to. All right, so now Andrea is going to be the interviewer, and she's going to be interviewing Adam.
Oh, yeah.
And the audience now will hear what that job is.
Shaquille O'Neal's bodyguard.
All right, and Andrea, whenever you are ready, take it away.
Hi there, Mr. Poston. How are you today?
I am good. How are you, mademoiselle?
I'm great. Thank you very much. I guess since you're here, you're probably a sports fan.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to keep that with
How do you feel about basketball? Is that your sport?
I love balls. I'm dropping the accent. It was just a joke. I was trying to make a good impression on you as a potential employer. Kind of nervous.
Dude, you didn't even make it past the HR interview.
All right.
Yes,
then.
I like balls. Basketballs, yes. They're round and got dimples.
Yes.
I like things that are round and have dimples. Butts.
I think we already know. What we're using for the soundbite before the episode starts. Yes, I like balls.
Your schedule, how much time do you have to spend at work and at home?
I don't have much time. That was the question? I didn't understand that. Can you repeat the question?
What is your dedication like?
Oh, my dad. Well, I'm devoted in anything that I do. In fact, I've been accused of occasionally being too committed to my job. Just saying.
Yeah. And how are you? Anything in security? Any experience?
I really don't think that in this society, I don't give women enough compliments. So, yeah, I could be a better person when it comes to being more chivalrous and gentlemanly.
And security, guarding someone, protecting.
Yeah, no, I'm insecure about that I don't compliment women enough. Character.
Sir, I'm not thinking you are understanding what this job is.
Oh, okay.
In your answers. What job are you trying to apply for?
I don't know. That's the point of the game, isn't it? I don't.
Because
something sports related?
can you please tell me any experience you have in
Great question.
In what?
anything?
In the job.
Insecurity, basketball. Insecurity, basketball. Well, I've done a lot of counseling with sports athletes in the past. I provided a lot of locker room conversations, and
have you ever
This
done
is
any
so hard with
protection
Giggle
of these
Magoo.
men?
And
protection.
Scene.
You know, while you two were having that job interview, I watched Tach develop emphysema.
Yeah, that was so hard.
It's so funny because first of all, Andrea was like, she was looking so serious. Like, he would be like, I don't understand. She'd let you fumble.
Yeah.
And then she was like, you're like, can you repeat the question? She was like, she looked like she was actually upset. Like, okay, he's a moron. Let's think about this. And then when she asked, how are you in security? And you're like, well, and he started talking about your insecurities.
Oh, that's what I thought she said is insecurities.
Insecurity.
God damn
How
it.
are you insecurity? Can I just picture that in an actual interview? Like, how are you insecure? Well, I feel I have my mother's hips. And, it's like, and then she was like, no,
So-
insecurity.
So you gotta guess now, Adam.
I think
Insecure, my Terry never
I think-
loved me.
just based on the last 20 seconds, I think I have something to do with I'm a bodyguard of
Yes.
some kind. Is that right?
I'll give you that, but it was specifically bodyguard for Shaq.
Basketball.
Shaq's bodyguard.
Remember the basketball?
I would have said
we
something like,
started
"Hey, look at this deodorant." Shaq's bodyguard.
Right. But the goal isn't to get that. Like, she did really well. She's like, describe your experience in the industry, and then you're like, I've washed surfboards. You have no idea what it is.
Yeah, no clue.
Yeah. All right.
with.
That
So
was
I have
awesome.
tears all over my face.
very good, very good. All right, pass the bag over to Jay. All right. So now for this next round, we're gonna have Jay interview Adam,
All right.
and the audience will now hear what the job is right now.
Stripper.
All right. And Jay, whenever you are ready, take it away.
All right, all right, next interviewee, next applicant.
Dr.
Oh.
Adam Huxtable.
Oh, you were not what I was expecting.
Oh, well, I am here for a job, and I'm trying to provide for the family.
All right, well, I like the character, I like the backstory. You got gumption, kid, and I appreciate it. Come on into the back. Yeah?
That's great. Thank you.
All right, go ahead and sit on the couch. Avoid the middle cushion.
All right.
All right.
Good to know.
Ironically,
I say the same thing to my house guests.
Well, good. That means your experience. That's again not exactly what I was expecting, but we like to experiment. We like to think with trendsetters in the industry.
That's great.
Yes, it is. It's been very profitable for me and my 3 ex-wives. What I'm going to ask.
I feel you there, brother.
No feeling. There will be no touching. Actually,
All right,
no physical contact is allowed in this position. How are you with public performance?
So I've spoken in front of large crowds many times.
All
I
right.
have
Not going to
no
be a lot of
issues.
speaking here, to be honest with you. It's going to be mostly body language.
Body language.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'm a green belt in Taekwondo. I have
So
no
that means,
issues.
wait, so that means you have like a karate outfit.
Yeah,
also?
absolutely.
And you said doctor. That's a character you bring in. I assume you also have a lab coat.
Yeah, I do have a lab coat. It's I don't like to say this too much, but I'm an OBGYN, so it is a lab coat, but I don't like to wear it because it's misogynist appearing.
Right.
No,
No.
I care about the women.
Really, what I'm trying to get to is that you can provide your own costumes.
Absolutely. Well,
Okay.
Within a certain range. I mean, some of the BDM stuff or BDSM stuff I've got at home.
No,
but
again,
not that.
Yeah, none of that. We're already.
I was just kidding anyway.
Yeah, we're already running the risk putting you up anyway. We're gonna leave it pretty vanilla for the beginning.
All right.
Maybe if you get following. I mean, anything happens here. No, who knows anymore? I don't even know what bathroom you're supposed to use.
My older kids say I could go viral.
Okay. Well, the backstory is really good. A lot of the girls like to talk about their kids too. Really good for tips. So keep that up. Yeah. How are you with one-on-one contact?
I'm fantastic. I've got some of the best communication skills in the industry.
Mm-hmm. No standards. Like you don't care what a gentleman looks like before you speak to him.
No. I'm good. It doesn't matter. I can adapt to every situation.
Very good. Very good. How are you at spotting what we call losers? People with no hopes, no dreams. The aspirations have left them.
I like to think of them as moldable.
And scene.
Thank you.
All right.
All
There you go. I was
right.
trying to figure out how long you guys were going to let that keep
I
going.
know. I didn't. I was about to say once.
No,
but
and then you started
came back.
looking at your phone.
Yeah, my Holly messaged me. Sorry. So Adam, so what do you think?
I have no idea. Some kind of stage performing, dancing, something.
I'm
can't.
thinking stripper.
Maybe male stripper, but yeah, I don't.
Stripper.
It was stripper.
It was stripper.
Huh?
He didn't specify there was males and females in there, so
Yeah, it
could be
didn't.
for
Well, that's why I
everyone.
wasn't expecting you. That's why I was like, I wasn't expecting you.
Yeah.
All right. That's you are not what I. All right. Well, what we're trendsetters. We'll try anything once.
Nice.
You have multiple costumes. Again, that is good for the position. You're hired.
Yeah, that's
you know what?
true.
You're hired. At the very least, you said you're an OBGYN. There's a little bit of a chlamydia outbreak going on in the back, so I'm going to need you to help take care of that. I mean, whether you work out in front of people or not, I can still keep you in the back, is what I'm saying.
This character is the character that sells alcohol to Penny and doesn't care about how young she is. Just saying. Is
Look,
that you with a ding-in on Facebook, or is that me?
That's me.
no,
I'm
that's
sorry. I'm
You
sorry.
rookie.
Because some people
turned
can't silence their cell phones.
I'm sorry.
You damn
I didn't
rookie.
silence mine, but it's not deep.
All right. Do you get the bag?
The
Who
bag
got
of
the bag
yeah,
of
the bag.
stuff?
Who does it go to
Who's got
now?
the stuff?
You.
Me again?
That's you.
You are going to interview Andrea. So Adam will now interview Andrea. And while he is doing that, our audience will now hear the job.
Is it going to be role of wife?
No, sorry.
That'd be adorable.
I don't think she'll ever get this one.
Pick again. Then, if you want.
again?
There's plenty
Well,
in
I'll
there.
just say it. Unless we
go
have a
ahead.
limited number.
No, there's no.
I don't think she would get this, but it's Moonshiner.
Oh, man.
That's where they make that wine. In the basement.
She would have nailed that one. But-
might have.
all right. So while you're picking again, the audience will now hear what the job is right now.
Funeral clown.
All right.
He doesn't know
Adam
what
looks
it is.
confused. Do you need some explanation?
I may on this.
Can I see it first?
I have never seen this. I mean, I know what these two words combined are, but I have never seen these two words combined in the same conversation before.
Can we just do it a charadesy, like 2 words?
Isn't it great?
All right, I'll
So
go with it.
it's a real thing. It's an actual thing.
Is it really?
Yeah.
All right, I'll go with it.
Oh God, I want to know, but I want
All
to
right.
watch this too.
All right. So,
Tach, you're on your phone. Text it to me.
okay. All right. So whenever
Oh my
you are
God.
ready.
So Andrea's the interviewee. She's the
I'm the
applicant.
Yes.
All right, next candidate in, please.
Hi, I'm totally here for this job.
Oh dear.
Where were you when I was looking for people?
Okay. All right. Let's proceed with this. You may not be cut out for this job because it's not very upbeat, and you seem like a very peppy and very spirited girl.
Oh, no, I can be totally calm.
Can you?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So let me start out with the easiest question, the absolute easiest question in the world. How comfortable are you around the deceased?
Oh, well, they're great because they don't complain at all about anything I say or do.
Wow, that's all right. That's good. That's very good. So okay. Let me ask you this: are you ever nervous in front performing in front of people?
Never.
Never. Good. That's fantastic. Because the crowds that we've got are often, very, very mellow, very melodramatic, very down, in poor spirits. They've had a run of bad luck.
So I need to cheer them up.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what we're looking for here.
I love cheering people up.
All right, that's good. Do you have lots of your own makeup? Because I know that gets expensive, and we can look all those whites and reds. We can't afford to keep going through all of that much money in this.
Oh, well, I can make anyone look good, even the dead.
Okay, yeah, that's good. I'm not so much concerned about that. We can take care of that part. I'm really more concerned about the living that you need to please. That's the area where we need your expertise.
And scene.
It's a stretch. I did the best I could.
Hey,
with it.
listen here, Cupcake. If he doesn't hire you, you will always have a home at Poontown.
You can cut it off there. I was just getting into my questions.
Sorry.
How am I going to figure it out now?
What are some of the clues?
He went all the way around it. I mean, he was.
I don't know.
Focus on red and white, making people happy. Oh, and the deceased.
Candy canes?
Yes, your job was a candy cane.
Your job is to be sucked. As
We
a
can
candy
provide a candy cane outfit over here in Poontown.
Entertaining the living when people die.
Damn,
Yes.
that's pretty fucking
But
spot on.
how?
Through fellatio, honey.
Look at me, baby.
no,
Look over
no.
here. Honk honk.
Why is that when people die to be a clown?
That was my question for this card.
It was a funeral clown.
A funeral clown. I have never heard of such a thing.
Creepiest thing I've ever heard of.
It's
What? Creep? You're already out of.
terrifying.
There's already. Look. The center of attention is already a dead body. How much creepier can it be?
That's horrible.
Can you imagine that?
All right,
You're
Andrew.
sitting there in the front pew at the.
I
at
was
the place
trying to
and-
be
Never
that.
mind.
I don't want to be that job.
Okay, you don't have to take a job. It's
Well,
just
that's
a
why.
game.
That's why it's a game.
The bag's down there.
Oh.
You need to draw.
And you're interviewing me now.
Yes. All right, so Andrea Joy is now picking up and going through the bag, and our audience will now hear, as soon as the noisy bag is quiet, what the job is.
Porn star.
All right, so Andrew will now be interviewing Jay for this possible position. Good luck, sir, and begin.
Hello, it's Mr. Alvarez.
Yes.
Alvarez. Okay. So how are you with people meeting new people?
Oh, I've always been told I'm a little bit of a social gatherer. People always say that I'm the center of attention. I have no problem meeting people.
That's good. So you're good with a whole bunch of people,
Oh yeah, the more the merrier.
and one-on-ones okay too.
Absolutely.
All right. And
I find I do my best work alone.
really, how's your stamina?
I don't know what that is, but my stamina is
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's what I meant.
Well, I spend a lot of my time in gyms and working out with other guys. We always help each other,
Who the
push
fuck
each
is
other.
Jim?
Listen, don't you fucking worry. I told you to wait in the car while I finish this job interview. Don't you interrupt me any more times. This is it. This is the last thing you do. I'm so sorry
All right,
for him.
jeez.
I'm sorry for him.
Gay Uber's here.
Hey, go fuck yourself. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's my Tourette's. I don't
So-
want that to reflect on my
Fuck
on my
do
job
you
performance.
watch him fuck himself?
Why'd you point at me? I'm not even part of it. That was Tach.
I mean, I'd be interested, sure. I wouldn't rule it out.
Have you ever videoed this before?
I'm sorry, what was the question? I don't even remember what
I can't remember either. Do you think of a new one then?
Oh, have I ever videotaped this before? Anything like this before? Well, I find with my phone I record a lot more things than I normally would. If some of the things get me into a little bit of trouble, but that's okay. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I mean, the compensation here, I'm assuming, is going to be commensurate to what I'll be doing. Nod your head yes, pumpkin. This is me asking how much you're going to pay me.
No. It depends on how much you will do. We have different jobs that you get different amounts of pay for. So
Okay, so kind of like a jack of all trades.
Who the fuck is all trades?
the more you're willing to do, the more we will pay you.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, okay, I'm fine with that. Yes.
All right. And then is there anything you would feel guilty about or you wouldn't prefer people to see?
That's sweetie. I grew up in Castro in San Francisco. Shames left me a long time ago.
Good. That's very good. That's very good. And you don't feel anything about different things, people, animals, plants.
No, I find when you just let go of all inhibitions, things just kind of fall into place wherever they belong.
That's good. That's good. And can you tell me the measurement of your penis?
Oh, whoa.
Insane.
Bam.
What the fuck? I love it. Jack off all trades.
Well, I'm just a regular jack off of all trades.
Who the fuck is all trades?
I love how I grew up in the Castro district, but I obviously grew up somewhere near Patchogue.
All right, Jay. So what job were you
I have no
applying
fucking
for?
idea, man. Behind the scenes at a porn shoot.
You're a porn star.
Oh,
just a porn star.
because see, you asked if I had recorded before. I thought you meant if I was a
okay.
camera guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the last one was your penis size.
Yeah.
That was good. You had a harder time trying not to ask questions that would be too obvious to make that statement. That was a difficult one to ask questions for.
I figured
I know,
since
I thought
Tach
it
was the
was
one who
gonna
wrote
be
the
obvious.
cards, I'd just be I'd just be outward about it already. Like, it's gonna work.
Nice.
Nod your head, pumpkin.
I'm assuming my pay would be commensurate to my duties. Nod your head, pumpkin. I'm asking you how much you're going to pay me.
Oh, shit. I wish I could play.
That's
That's a good game. Is that it? Are we doing more?
Well,
I think,
can I interview somebody?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we originally wanted the bag to go to you.
Well, I mean, I can only interview.
All right.
I can't be interviewed.
you get to pick who you interview.
All right. Well, I don't care.
We've all gone twice.
All right, what do we got here?
He's gonna see what it is and then pick.
I don't like this one. This one's lame. All right, this will be the final one, and I want it to be something fun. That's stupid.
You wrote the card.
How about this? You,
All
how
right,
about
here's what
you
you
interview all three of us at once, and
Okay.
the first person to guess
That's
it
a
wins.
good idea. Perfect. I love that idea.
So your questions are to all three of
It's
us.
like
Yes.
the dating game.
Okay.
Bachelor number 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Oh, actually, yeah, do it that way. Bachelor 1, Bachelor 2, or applicant 1 is
Applicant
Andrea,
1, 2, and
applicant
3.
2 is Jay, applicant 3 is me.
All right. So I'm going to interview all three applicants, and the audience will now hear what the job is right here.
Sex doll tester.
All right. And so we're going to start off with applicant number 1.
Yes.
And what's your name?
My name? My name is Ginger.
Ginger.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So let's see here. Are not to get too personal here, but are you heterosexual, bisexual, homosexual?
Well, darling, that is a very personal question. I don't feel that that is something
All
I
right.
should answer in an interview.
Okay, you'll be difficult. All right, applicant number 2.
Yes.
So what do you do?
I'm actually in a career shift. I was most recently managing a strip club. Before that, I was casting fluffers for porn shoots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but life hasn't gone my way.
All right. So what made you leave your job?
AIDS.
Like you had it, or
No, it totally wiped out my staff.
Are we talking visual AIDS?
No, HIV. They were all HIV positive. Yes, developed full-blown AIDS. They're all dead now.
Now, do you have AIDS?
No, I never touched the merchandise.
Okay, that's good. So far you're in the top. You're in the running. You're in the running here.
I'm here to win.
All right, applicant number 3.
Good evening. How are you?
Good. What's your name?
Dr. Aldo Galakowicz.
I heard about you, Doctor OBGYN. Yeah.
No, that's my brother Sal.
I think you might have worked for me at one point.
I mean,
all right.
Okay.
What kind of experience do you have in this industry?
Well, let me tell you, my brother used to have a lot of experience in it, but me personally, I got certified online.
Okay.
So that took me a little time to do. My doctorate's not real, so I'll just tell you that now.
Okay.
It's just a title I gave myself. In fact,
That explains how all of my staff died of AIDS, by the way.
I changed my first name to Doctor.
Okay.
Aldo Galakowicz is my last name. It's just all one thing. Aldo Galakowicz.
Right, in your experience?
I'm honest. So all the jobs that I've ever worked in before, I'm a very honest man. So I'll tell you the truth.
all your work history has been in this industry.
Yeah, 100%.
But you told me you were an OBGYN.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, that's what he told me too,
I have
Pumpkin.
been coming to see you for a year now,
listen,
Mr.
it's,
Doctor.
it is what it is. You're an attractive girl. I'm just saying.
Hey, honey, FYI, you may want to get checked.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, Ginger, what
Did
kind
I
of
end up with
experience do you have in this industry?
Well,
Have you ever worked in this industry before?
yes, I have all the experience in the world. Since I was a little girl, I have grown up just to do this.
Since you were a little girl, you did this.
Oh, I'm not
Yes.
into that kind of stuff, sir. I just want to throw that out there now.
I have been pleasing people. My mama taught me how to treat a gentleman,
All right.
and I have done it my entire life.
That's awkward.
This is a
it?
woman of great talent, sir.
Gotcha. I'm starting to think so. All right. You may be in the lead here. All right. So, applicant number 2, what was your name?
Skinina Balowitz.
Okay.
Hey, we might be related, by the way. Galakowicz, Balowitz. I'm just saying. There's a lot of it's up there, you know her?
You owe me half a staff of strippers, sir.
So
that's my brother. That's
What kind of experience do you have in this industry?
Well, as a self-starter, I found myself leading many companies within this enterprise, mostly into failure and ruin. But I feel like with the right motivation under me, I can really succeed in this once again. By the way, can I bring her on as my secretary?
Well, we'll
Be
see
a
about.
great secretary.
I bet you would hear Pumpkin.
I love taking notes.
What do you feel about classic rock and EDM?
Well, that just sounds fascinating.
Is that a topping on ice cream? I'm not sure.
Oh, ice cream. I can churn some butter, too.
Advocate number 3.
Yes.
Let's go back to you here. How do you feel about being in front of a group of people, watching you? Watching you work.
Watching you. I knew where you were going.
Watching you work and taking notes and clipboard style.
I like the way you work it. No diggity, no doubt. Okay, I'm sorry. That was TLC from the back. No, yeah, I'm good in an office. I prefer more hands-on approach than pencil pushing office type work. That's not me. I'm in the people's faces, and that's what I enjoy doing.
Okay, so all right, applicant number 1. How are you around lifeless bodies?
Lifeless bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when they are around me, they have life in them again.
All right. Okay.
I really wish I would have met this woman 4 months ago. Would have saved my whole business.
Can you describe from your last job that was in this industry, like what a time when your boss did something you didn't recommend was a good idea, something that your boss did that you didn't like, a very specific detail.
Well, my boss was very, very fond of the drink and drank a little too much, and there'd just be times that I would just have to take care of everything, even past my work, but I was dedicated to my job, and I made sure that everything was okay, everything was taken care of, and no one else found out about it.
Are you afraid to be naked in front of people?
Well, if someone is bleeding to death and I have to rip off my dress to cover that wound, I will save that soul.
Amazing backstory.
Applicant number 2, do you have a problem being naked in front of a group of people?
I typically don't find myself being the center of attraction. I'm more of a behind-the-scenes manager. But I mean, anything to get people into the door. Well, I'm willing to be what I have to be.
Okay, there's no doors for people to get into. This is just simply you be working alone. This is for everybody. You'd be working alone. Well, not necessarily alone, but you'd be working in a room with our product, and there will be people watching with clipboards and taking notes.
I think I know what job I'm interviewing for.
Okay.
Is it a first come, first serve? How do we do this for guessing?
Well, you called it out. Adam, what is it?
I am one of those girls that sits in the back of a sweatshop cutting up drugs.
What? No, you're not.
No.
You're one of those testers, a testing person testing a product.
Testing what?
Oh, I'm going to guess the specific product?
Well, I'm not a brand, but just a thing.
Testing being naked.
I'm telling you, I think this is like clean room type stuff for drug.
Sampling underwear. I have no idea.
No. I didn't really get a chance to get much into it, but if you want to keep going, we can, or I can just tell you guys.
What do you guys want to do?
Now we have to know.
Yeah.
All right, it was a sex doll inspector.
Why would
why would I have to be in there? Tester, QA.
Yeah, he changed to tester. Because inspector, I'm like, I'm inspecting
it
it. What
was
the
a
fuck do I need to be naked for?
Well,
You know the worst part about the job of being a QA tester at a sex doll manufacturing facility?
I guess
The bad ones.
tester?
Mm-hmm.
I knew I was testing.
Stick it in. Yeah. Oh, no, that's not good.
Oh, somebody asked you for a second opinion?
Yeah. I really want you to re-listen to this episode and listen to your questions. And the whole time that you're thinking of the questions that you're asking, think about those like slave girls that cut up meth in the back of the shops that are all in their underwear.
Yeah.
All your questions lined up perfectly in a line because I was there, and then when you said be naked, well, that's what all the Colombian drug lords
Right,
do.
right.
All
So
the
they don't
girls
smuggle
naked,
their
so they can't
shit,
smuggle it in or out.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, listen to them.
I totally got. I was a tester of something.
Yeah.
I knew I was being tested and naked. I was some kind of thing that goes on your body. We didn't get too much.
Well, it was a little harder than I thought it was going to be. So, all right. Well, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to have the Guyry. All right, we'll be back.
Twinsies.
Did we do that together?
Yes.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Haley is bored bored with life and endlessly looking for a purpose and her place in the universe. She knows there's more out there than working 9 to 5. She never imagined going on one job interview would change everything and open doors she never knew existed. Ancient family journals, 2 friends, and an irresistible bloodlust to deal with. Turns out being a vampire isn't as sexy as she thought it would be. Between the monster, late-night bloodbaths, and a vengeful ex-love of her man, it keeps her busy. But it doesn't have to be this way. Does it? Should she live free and forever without responsibilities? Or will she find the direction she's been looking for? One thing she does know is that she will fight for what she wants and create the perfect life without traditional vampire restrictions. And she won't let anyone or anything get in her way. Order your copy of the novel First Generation Book 1 by Zoe Emerson on Amazon. Available on paperback and Kindle. For more information, go to zoeemerson.com.
Peering into the inner thoughts and expressions of men. Women submit questions for Adam and Tach to get brutal, honest admissions. We call this the Guyry.
Guyry? Really? Is that the best we could come up with?
All right, guys, our first one is from Gina in Alabama.
Gina, what's up?
Greenbow, Alabama.
What do guys really think of a vibrator?
They're pretty good on the balls and the taint area a little bit.
Yeah, when you try to push it in too hard, you have to, and you don't have enough lube.
Yeah, agreed.
Is that what you mean?
And on the teeth, it's not good.
On a girl. What do you think of a girl using one?
Oh. As long as it's not bigger than me, I'm good.
I want it bigger than me. I want to be like, use the big daddy. I can't even think of the name.
Are you thinking of a dildo?
Oh,
yeah. You're right. The vibrating thing. Okay.
Are you talking about like a little rabbit, little silver one?
Something that vibrates.
Just a vibrator.
Well, I know some dildos vibrate, don't they? They do, right?
Only if you shake it.
No,
oh my
they
God,
do.
you guys are so.
I had one. I had one woman. I had an intimate history with. Using my Gillette Power razor.
It has a vibrator, really?
Well, yeah, it's the power one. So you push it on and it kind of vibrates.
That's awesome.
You're gonna cut off her clit.
I use that side.
No. She took. No, it's the Gillette one with the one blade on the other side. She just took the blade off and just used the vibrating handle.
Oh my God!
Nice.
I was like, why are my batteries dying so fast?
Creative.
And your razor smells funny. No, it's good. Look, some women need extra stimulation other than just penetration to get to where they need to get. So, yeah, by all means, use what you got to use.
I have a quick story.
Go for it.
I dated this one girl for a very short time, like 2 weeks or something like that. And she had used something that vibrated. I don't remember what it was. It wasn't like a real vibrator. It was something that vibrated that she used. And so when she used it, that's all she wanted, so and while using it, I'd be like, hey, all right. And I'm thinking, all right, let's get this started. But no, when she was using it, she didn't have anything to do with me. She's like, you can watch or whatever, but that's it. And it's like, it was pretty much just like, you can leave the room if you want, because it doesn't matter. You're not, this is my thing I'm doing now. And, that's it. And so I was like, wow.
At the same time?
Huh?
It wasn't at the same time?
What do you mean same time?
Like you're fucking her while she uses it?
No, it was her time and that was it. And
that shouldn't be how it
I know.
be.
And then I was like, wow, this is kind of nuts. She's like, yeah, my last boyfriend, I had one and he basically broke it over his leg and and threw it away. I was
Time to
wow.
leave.
Yeah.
Jay?
Oh, I'm all for it. Fine. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Awesome. All right.
That's the first Guyry question where I didn't have much to say. What do guys think about vibrators? We don't.
All right, this one's from Jasmine in Florida. Do guys
my daughter's name is Jasmine.
Do guys compare current girlfriends with their exes physically, in bed, or emotionally?
Can you re-ask that question?
Yeah.
Do guys compare current girlfriends with their exes physically, in bed, or emotionally?
Look, this podcast is... Well, go ahead.
No, I don't really have much to go on. I want to hear what you have to say.
Oh, I was going to say, this podcast is about being honest. And at the beginning of any relationship, I think that you're going to do those comparisons.
Adam says this trepidatiously as his girlfriend eyes him from.
Well, look, I'm at a disadvantage here because my girl is here, and I don't want to upset her with an honest answer.
You could just choose to not answer the question.
No, that wouldn't be very fair to our listeners. Yeah, at the beginning of any relationship, I feel that's the case. But as the love sets in and as the relationship matures, that's not something that's done. You just lose that immediate reflex to do a comparison.
I don't think so. I don't. I mean, I'm not saying I don't do what he does.
All of you have girlfriends, so you're all too scared to answer.
No.
I answered it hononly. I said yes at the beginning of a relationship.
He did answer honestly for him. I don't do that. But I don't know. I mean, I could see why or how somebody would, but I just don't. But
so how did I compare?
No. That's not the question.
Oh.
Jay?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's just natural. Like you start seeing somebody and you notice they do something like, oh, well, she did that better. Or, oh, you do it way better than the other one does. I mean,
yeah, exactly. How do you get the title of best blowjob I've ever had if I didn't have something to compare against? I'm just saying.
Aw, that's so sweet.
You see what I did there, Tach?
On clickbait.
Yeah, no, I actually agree with Adam. I think that's normal at first, and eventually you just stop giving a shit and you just start enjoying what you have.
Yeah, I agree with that. It wears off to the point where you don't have the desire to compare. It just, I don't know, it's just something you don't even think about.
Yo, who is better, your current girlfriend or Stacy? I don't fucking...
Stacy's mom, though, she had it going on.
She did. She was also Jesse's girl. It got very confusing.
Yeah.
All right, number 3 is from Tiffany in New York. What's the best way to play hard to get in a fun, teasing way that will make a man desire you more?
I'm sorry, I was lost. My mind was wandering during that question only because I was going to say that was Jenny, right? Because Stacy's mom, Jesse's girl, and I was like, it was Jenny, right?
Yeah, I know her number.
Yeah, okay, sorry. I was thinking of the joke, and I was like, it's too late to say it now, but now I... So what was the question?
And Jenny was a brown-eyed girl.
What's the best way to play hard to get? Wait, I'm sorry. What's the best way to play hard to get in a fun, teasing way that will make a man desire you more?
I don't want a man to desire me more.
As a woman.
Trick question. Nice try.
Oh.
As a woman, what's the best way to play hard to get?
Okay,
fun
so
and teasing.
Don't play hard to get.
Yeah,
no, like
don't
in a fun way. She's saying in a fun
You're trying to be coy, and that I get. Yeah, but don't ever try to act uninterested. That's stupid.
Agreed. Yeah, it's probably easier for us to name the ways that we get turned off.
Yeah,
that's probably easier.
Yeah, don't do the whole hard to get thing. But I understand where you want to throw some tease in it. I've always been a fan of witty comebacks. You know, if you're smart enough, and if he's smart enough to catch him.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
that's
throw a little witty banter, my way, and I'm hard as a rock till noon.
Only till noon, though, and then
noon the next day.
Oh wow, impressive, sir.
That's right, because when Jay Alvarez throws down, he throws down.
But after 4 hours, I think you're supposed to see a doctor.
Well, that's because you're.
That's only if you took a pill.
Oh, well, that's right.
And that's also because you're tall. You have to throw down to everyone.
Some women like it rough.
Yeah, it's this is kind of unique to every man, most likely. So we're going to give our best comparisons of what we do and don't like. I guess is probably the best way to answer a question.
I guess just be playful, but also be obvious that you still are interested. That's the only thing I can.
It's all in the. To me, it's all in the eyes. 100% in the eyes. If you're going to carry on a formal, non-flirtatious body language, you can tell me more with one look than you can with how you're playing hard to get with your body language. Like, cold shouldering, but then if you look back over it's all in the eyes. If you flirt with your eyes and you flirt effectively with them, then that doesn't matter what you're doing.
Can you demonstrate and show me? I'm not sure I know what you mean.
I'm gonna. So for me, it's exactly the same.
Stop! Don't look at him like that.
Oh,
no,
sorry.
you can. It's okay.
No, I can't. My girl said no.
On.
There you go.
Ooh, that's weird. No, I'm not doing this. We're not going down this road. Oh, there it is. There it is. Gay! I felt it. Come on. Wait, what? Never mind.
All right, guys. Number 4 is from Amber in Florida.
Okay.
Do guys show naked pics of their girlfriend to other guys?
No.
No, it all depends. It all depends. If it's your girlfriend and you love her and stuff like that, then probably not. No. But if it's like some chick that you're like banging or whatever and you got some naked pics, then yeah, probably.
Jay, let's see if you can get this. I am thinking of a movie with Milla Jovovich when she's laying on the couch. It's called The Fifth Element. When Bruce Willis kisses her, what does she say? What is the translation? Say
painting? I don't know.
Fuck, man, it's been so long since I watched The Fifth Sense. I don't remember.
When she pulls, do you remember when she
The Fifth Element? Yeah.
Do you remember when she pulls the gun on him?
Yeah, no, I remember the scene. I just don't remember.
He kisses her. She says something in her language. She pulls the gun, and then the priest translates it, and it's never without my permission was the translation. So in this situation, that applies too. So I referenced Milla Jovovich. See what I did there with a giant wraparound? Milla Jovovich's answer of never without your permission would I ever send a photo of you to my friends.
With his giant reach around.
But I have with your permission in the past already. So yes, the answer to that question is yes.
Get a picture.
Well, boobs or something, or butt or something.
You're crazy.
No, I'm pretty sure it was butt.
No.
Is this smoke and mirrors for the podcast?
Else.
Is this smoke and mirrors for the podcast?
I don't know. Am I supposed to say yes, you do for it?
No, I thought you were trying to cover it up.
All the time.
I'm confused. A riddle wrapped in a paradox. Okay.
You're the wrong girl. All right.
It was her time.
I was there. I know.
Yeah.
What? Y'all are crazy. Number 5 is from Hannah in Florida.
All right.
Why do guys feel the need to let you know there are plenty of other girls they could date besides you?
So you stop acting like a goddamn psychopath. Listen, no guy wants...
I'm sorry. Correction, I wasn't there. This sounded dirty like we get naked here or something. I wasn't there. But I know what you're talking about.
Good cover.
They're going back to before.
Sorry.
Their sense of timing is all shot to shit.
I know it is. I'm sorry.
All right,
I just thought about it.
To answer
it sound like I was like in a sex party with these two or something.
So to answer the current question, the reason guys do that, look, no guy like who's settling down, he's looking for the one. No guy wants to change. No guy wants to have to get used to a new woman or do any of that shit. So if he's threatening you with other women, like, hey, I don't have to be here with you, it's because you're acting like a goddamn maniac.
What a dick move. Who says that?
I do whenever somebody's acting like a fucking psychopath. Like,
you
hey,
say, I don't
keep
have to
acting crazy. No. I don't have to stay here.
Oh, you said threaten other women. Wait.
Did you not hear the question?
Yeah, I don't
threaten with other women. Neither one of them were paying attention to the question because they were still on the last one.
No, I know what it was. Why do guys have to tell their girls that there's plenty of other fish in the sea? That type of question.
Okay, gotcha. It's kind of what I figured by the
answer.
Yeah,
sure, Brady. Sure. Go ahead.
I was on your side.
Oh, you were? We had sides.
Answer poor Hannah's
This has gone way off the rails.
Adam, go answer the question.
Let's see. The question is, why do guys do it, not why do I do it? So I'll answer it as to why do guys do it. Pretty much the same exact thing. They're using that as some kind of leveraging tool in an argument to prove a point. And that's it. That's the only thing it's there for. The guy may have 0 candidates available to him, or he may have 100. It doesn't matter. It's just a leveraging statement in an argument. That's it.
I've never said anything like that.
Neither have I.
What is it even leverage?
I might have said it in joking, like, there's plenty of other girls out there for me. You better make me a sandwich. No, I've never said that before.
He says that all the time.
What happened to smoke and mirrors?
All All right, number 6 is from Andrea in North Carolina.
Uh-oh. I bet she has a character in North Carolina she does on a podcast, and she names it Ginger, and she has a southern... Never mind.
I think you say she does a girl in Florida.
I'm not the only Andrea in the world.
Oh.
Is it better for a woman to be strong and independent in a relationship, or do guys prefer their women to be more submissive?
To each his own.
No, I prefer independent woman because I don't want... I have kids. I don't want to raise another kid. So, I mean, I want somebody who's independent and is not clingy. I don't want somebody who's codependent. Definitely not. Like, this is why I'm so happy with Holly, because she's very independent and so am I. And we can do our own things, but yet we still come together nicely. So
it's your thing. Do what you want to do.
It's your thing.
What do you say, Jay?
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of missed the question on this one. That's why I was trying to stay so quiet.
You falling asleep again?
Do you prefer submissive women in a relationship, or do you prefer self-independent?
Oh, that is the question I heard. Oh, okay, yeah. Is this my personal preference, or is she asking in general?
She's asking in general, but it's kind of a to each his own type of scenario.
Yeah, there's no general way. Some guys like submissive, being submissive. Some guys are sadists. I mean, that's. I mean, I prefer to be the dom in any relationship that I'm in.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way.
Yeah. I don't want a passive girl.
I don't want a passive, completely submissive girl. I would like a girl that.
Yes, he does.
No, because that means you don't have your own income. You don't have any of that stuff. Set yourself back to
Whatever
the 1950s.
Food you like.
But
I thought we were talking about just in bed.
You don't want a 50s girl, really.
Were we talking about in bed or just in general?
I thought we were talking about as for a relationship.
I thought
it was a relationship.
The whole relationship, yeah.
Yeah, relationship.
Oh yeah, no, I'm one of those that I like. You know, like when it comes to the whole being dominant, that's in the bedroom. Like in real life, no, I'm 50-50. Yeah,
I'd say I'm more like 90% 50s wife, 10% have your own job and take care of yourself.
He wants a 50s wife who has a job and makes money.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
I want a wife who understands that. I want a wife that understands that whoever gets home first will cook dinner.
Yeah,
like that. That's the rule. Whoever gets home first gets dinner started.
Andrea has almost not allowed me to make anything in there anymore because I fuck stuff up so much.
He's never tried.
This guy here.
I think this question was from Andrea.
The one time I set the oven, I had it all ready, like a lasagna to put in the oven. Turned the oven on, set it out on the pan, everything. Yeah. Turned the timer on. I was like, okay, put this in the oven at this time. Called him an hour later. Is it almost out? Are you ready to take it out? Oh, I forgot to put it in.
God.
I was honest. I was actually working that night. It was an honest mistake.
Okay, I can get you're busy working. You forget whatever. I got you there. So
it was all ready. And the timer had to go off. He had to turn that off.
Well, when he hears that noise in the kitchen, that's you. That's what he's used to.
That's right.
I was at the science fair.
What's up with my 50s wife diming me out over there?
All right. Number 7's from Nikki in Florida. I can't afford any sexy lingerie or adult sexual enhancements, toys, lotions, etc. What are some creative ways I can turn my man on and get him in the mood all by myself?
Coconut oil.
I thought for sure she was like, what's some creative ways that I can make my own toys? I was like, well, let's see.
That'd be awesome.
Go get a 2x4.
Oh, no.
And a Dremel. I don't know.
A weed whacker, a rubber chicken, and some peach preserves. That was from a Ray Stevens song.
Damn, I thought you thought of that shit all on your own. I was like, that's awesome.
What are some other ways? You know, to me, food is fun in the bedroom. So bringing something in there like chocolate sauce or strawberries or sugar or, you know, something like powdered sugar with strawberries.
Mess?
Yeah, of course. But I mean, it's fun to make the mess. So that's easy and that's relatively inexpensive. You're going to waste some food and eat some food, but you're mostly going to waste it.
What if it soaks into the mattress?
Well, put something underneath it. I don't know.
This is the time you choose to mess with food?
That's a lot of work.
Well, it doesn't turn you on.
I don't do food in the bedroom.
No? All right. What else would be sexy other than expensive lingerie and stuff?
Ropes are always fun.
Ropes,
ball gags.
That's
chains.
true. There's the BDSM side.
I'm not into the bondage shit. I don't do that.
I have a swing I want to hang up in the bedroom. Andrea didn't let me until...
Yeah, that could be fun.
Scarves are good if you don't like rope burn.
Scrubs?
Scarves?
Scarves.
Oh, scarves. Yeah.
You could just use, if you don't even have a scarf, you probably have. You could use that as a blindfold.
Or a tie.
Or to tie around your wrists or a whole bunch of things. I think the scarf is a good thing to say.
A man's necktie.
And you can
would be good.
also pretend you're... Good Lord. Words are hard. Pretend you're a babushka lady.
You could use it as an outfit. Strap it all around you and make yourself a little outfit with it.
You can do magic tricks. You're like, let's make make this dick disappear.
Something could be fun. You already have a phone. You already have a camera on there. Make your own homemade, like plan out your own homemade porn. Like actually plan it out, storyboard it. Say, here's the first scene. This is what we're going to be doing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then set the camera up on a little tripod or even handhold it. So you guys make your own movie and then produce it together. That'll be fun and sexy.
So you can order a pizza earlier on so he can come in with the pizza box on his hand like he's a pizza delivery boy.
I like that.
And she can be the babushka lady.
Yes, exactly. Set.
Nailed it.
All right, guys. Our last question's from Heidi in Texas.
Heidi.
I know I shouldn't be jealous of my boyfriend's daughter, but it seems like he doesn't have enough love for the both of us. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a wonderful quality to find in a man that is a loving father and cares about his children. We live a few states away from each other, so getting to see each other is hard. When I visit, we play with her, she is 4, and have lots of fun. Then she will run off and do her own thing. I'll try snuggling him and kissing, trying to get his attention, but if she just walks in the room, he will try to get her attention and grab her, even though she is busy and I'm right here wanting him. The last time I was there, he had to work, so I took his daughter to the mall and then to the restaurant he works at. She was content sitting there coloring when he came to the table. I was trying to smile and get his attention, and all he did was try anything to get her to pay attention to him. It was like I wasn't even there. I mean, geez, I traveled over 2,000 miles to see him, but if his daughter is there, I don't exist. It seems unhealthy to me how I compete with a 4-year-old, and I certainly don't want to. What are your thoughts? Oh, and he has full custody of her, so they see each other constantly.
That was my first question, was going to be that.
That's a long distance, 2,000-mile long distance relationship. Jesus,
that's like Florida to California.
Yeah, that's a long distance relationship. 2,000 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
it's like Florida to Seattle.
He's probably fucking somebody else.
I kind of got that vibe too a little bit. I mean, Jay's not far off. Jay's not wrong for saying that. But I don't know.
There are a lot of people that could be really obsessed with their kids, and that's just something that could be there.
I imagine like they must have some alone time when the child goes to bed. And what is he doing then?
That would be the only time then.
Is he just sitting there and watch his daughter sleep? And she'd be like, babe, let's go to bed. Shh.
Have to constantly check, or the kid sleeps in the room with them.
Part of me wants to do a Jay Alvarez here and just own this girl and say stop being selfish, but the other part of me thinks that this could be legitimate, that this guy could be just way too obsessed with his child's life and not recognizing the signs in the relationship that he needs to pay more attention to her. You know what the easiest way to solve this is just tell him.
Talk to him,
Yeah, don't come off sounding jealous, but you need to tell him. Say, look, you know, with all due respect, I absolutely adore the fact that you want to be with your daughter a lot, but, you know, I am another woman in this relationship and I need some time.
Right, like let's get a babysitter and have a date night and, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. There's tons of ways to handle it.
Except that they're 2,000 miles apart, so when they see each other, he should already have a babysitter set up if she's coming to visit.
Well, that may not be an option right away, you know, or he can't do it the whole time. So
if the family lives all on the same street.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Oh,
I missed that. There's
whole family.
Like you're so wanting to give us more details about this, aren't you?
So what kind
I
of
was
family?
just wondering if it's so weird because I always thought it was so weird.
It's not that weird. The problem is if they don't talk about it, then nothing is ever going to change, and she's just going to resent it.
Seems like too much of a relationship between a kid.
Well, I mean, he might have been raised with the same morals that he's trying to instill in his daughter, so that close of a family bond might be important to him.
Obviously, the family's close if they all live on the same street.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
It's a good point.
All right.
Not that it's not. Look, neither one in this situation, we don't know enough about it, really. Either situation could be right. Either situation could be wrong here. She could be way too obsessed with getting his attention and, you know, needs to let him just have his time with his daughter as much as he wants to spend with her at these ages. Or it could be he's just, way too obsessed.
He's just not that into you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Could be.
talk to him and ask for a date night and then
Or
talk to him
break up
first.
with them and move on in life.
That is an option.
That's
so
also an option.
Taking your own personal needs into this is very important because you are a third person in that relationship. So if you're unhappy, maybe that's got telltale signs
Plus,
too.
2,000 miles away, it's not going to work. How often do they see each other?
Every night on Skype.
Every 2-3 months.
2 or 3 months.
Yeah, that's rough.
It's time to move on.
Yeah, that's really
I
rough.
let it go. I wouldn't even bother with it.
Get 'em, Tach.
Long distance relationships don't work. They don't work. No.
All right.
If she's already unhappy, then it's just going to get worse from here. So,
good Guyry questions.
Indeed.
Very, very good. Thank you, listeners, for emailing those in. Send them to show@livingpodcariously.com. And or just hit up Andrea on Facebook and find her through the Living Podcariously Facebook page and direct message her your question for the Guyry. Just make sure you say, "Hey, this is for the Guyry."
Yeah,
that's it.
You can hit us up on Facebook, you can do that. But I meant to say Twitter at Podcarious.
Also on Facebook, Living Podcariously. Facebook.com/Living Podcariously or our website, which is livingpodcariously.com. Mm-hmm. Hey, be sure to be out there April 1st with us because we're going to have a good time out there. And if you're a listener to the show, stop by the tent we're going to have set up out there and, just say hi. If you want to hop on mics with us for a few seconds, then come on and give a shout out or do whatever the hell you want to do. We'll play it in a bonus episode we're going to release for Living Podcariously.
Or come out to be the next king and queen.
That's true.
Indeed.
Andrea somehow roped us into giving away a king and queen of the Mardi Gras, or no, of the, what is it? Eyes Wide Shut. What are we doing again?
Masquerade.
Masquerade ball.
King and queen of the masquerade ball, the 5K.
Cool. All right, Jay, are you going to be anywhere anytime soon?
No, I actually don't have any dates coming up. I'm about to embark on my own spring break, so I've taken a few weeks off. Yeah.
We may, depending on our schedule, may go up here this Thursday to see Ray up at Bug Nutty. So I know Johnny, one of the listeners of the show, and Old Taint Funny hit me up and said that he was going to be going up there if any of us were heading out. So we might go see Ray and those guys up there.
Yeah, that should be a fun show. And there, there's other, please go see local comics out in Brevard County area. There's a couple of mics going on in Melbourne, Florida this week. And it should be a fun week. But no, I don't have anything booked. No, open mics going around.
Open mics.
Yeah, there's different open mic shows. But yeah, no, I don't have anything booked. I'll probably just be stopping by, workshopping new stuff while I take a break.
Nice. Very cool.
Cool. And also check out this week on our other show, The Twisted 10, where we'll have a guest, Ash Blodgett, is going to be guest hosting this week. So don't miss that.
Yeah, that's really cool. YouTubers got over 7 million views on one video alone, a bunch of other views on all. Really, really cool chick. Got her own podcast. What's her podcast called?
It's called Let's Rewatch.
Rewatch.
They watch old movies like from the 80s, 90s from childhood and rewatch it again to see if it still holds up. It's really good podcast. I listen to it regularly.
Nice.
It's her and like 4 other people.
I'll have to subscribe and tune in and all that fun stuff too.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
All right. Subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes. Helps us out. Check out our YouTube channel as well, Dichotomy Media LLC Podcasts. And it's got this show. It's got Twist 10. It's also got the other show, You're 40 Now What? And soon a new project, hopefully very soon within the next few weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And listen to us Thursdays on Podcast Radio Network.
So I think this show is on
All right, I'll just
Wednesdays.
say both. And listen to us Wednesdays on Podcast Radio Network.
And Tuesday's the other show.
And listen to us Thursdays on Podcast Radio Network.
I'll just leave it all in.
No,
I don't know what night it is.
You can't
I don't know what
trick
night
either
it is.
I know. I was
I'll have to
saying
figure it out.
both, so you could take one out.
Okay. All right.
So now go do the Thursday one again.
Go ahead.
And listen to us Thursdays on Podcast Radio Network.
At what time?
There's a time. Did I say a time on the other one?
Yeah, 8 p.m.
8 p.m. 8 p.m. on Wednesday. 8 p.m. on Thursday, 8 p.m. on Friday, 8 p.m. on Saturday, 8 p.m. on Sunday. I don't know. Just 8 p.m. Just check it out every week at 8 p.m. We will be on there one of those days, 2 of those days, actually.
Is that how she did the the commercial?
Because the commercial spot for him? Yeah.
You can totally hear it. And check us out at 40. You're 40 now. What?
What, for
you
yours?
totally hear the cut. Yeah.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, on hers, yeah.
No, hers was one take.
No, we did it one take.
It's all fluid. Yeah.
You sound almost like you can hear like a click almost, and like to where like, and where you can listen. I don't remember what the line is, but you know, it's like where you listen to. You're 40 now. What? It just sounds different.
Oh no, I'll go and I'll show you. It was all one take.
All right.
I mean,
I believe you. You know.
So we learned when recording those spots, and this is kind of behind the scenes a little bit, behind the scenes 101 for Living Podcariously and Dichotomy. But no, when we recorded the individual lines, it was more difficult. When we all do the lines together and just rerun through them over and over and over, the flow sounds so much better, and that's how we've done did that one at least.
Yeah.
We got. By the way, hey, all four of us, we need to record a spot coming up in the future again for Village Idiot for their pre-roll, which is the longer one. Because
you want to end this show and then talk about it?
Yeah, well, you can end the show. We'll get the hell out of here.
All right, well, let's get out of here this week, and we will see you guys next week. And I'm Tach.
Adam.
Andrea Joy.
Jay Alvarez.
Bye.
See ya.
Wait. Don't hit stop on the episode just yet. Hey, this is Tach from the podcast you just listened to. And if you enjoy Living Podcariously or The Twisted 10, then you're going to love my new podcast I co-host with my lifelong buddy, Ron Caniff. It's called You're 40, Now What? It's about the trials and tribulations of turning 40 and just getting through life. So check it out on iTunes, Google Play Music, and anywhere you listen to podcasts. Thanks. Now go give someone a mouth hug.
This is the most important rule. Why? Because it annoys. This, I guess, is written in like first person or whatever. It says annoys me and the most. Annoys me the most, and I'm writing the article. But seriously, if someone wants to talk to you on the phone, they'll call you. If you call in response to a text, you can expect one of two things. Either a phone call with a person who is frustrated by your lack of social skills, or an ignored phone call and the awkward text conversation that will follow it. So
yeah, here's the catch to that though. If I'm driving and I get a text and I need to respond to it, it's way easier to Bluetooth into my ear and make the call. Be like, look, dude, I can't talk. I mean, I can't chat. I got to, Bluetooth hands free to you.
Yeah, especially if you're like
call. The word is call. We forgot what that word means in our this day and age, where people are like, what do you mean you call them on your phone? You're just supposed to text and Skype. What do you mean?
You don't actually talk to people anymore.
Phone calls are too intimate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get that, like, especially if you're trying to like square away plans of some kind. It's just easier just to call, yeah. I agree with that one, but not just a regular text like on a Sunday afternoon or something. That would be annoying.
I don't know. It's all. I mean, I see the rule there. I see why. I wouldn't put that as the number one rule, but I see that's an etiquette of not doing that. I got it. I understand that, but I'm still going to call somebody if I'm in a spot where I can't talk, like can't chat.
I got you there.
If I got porn in my other hand and I don't want to chat, I want to flip through porn on like my tablet or something. No, I'm not going to call. I mean, I'm not going to text you. I'm going to call you.
Gotcha.
Right, Andrew?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it says, number 2, the rule of response. Always respond unless you don't want to be friends with that person anymore. Yes.
Okay, what 15-year-old girl wrote this?
We are all busy people, and I know it's sometimes hard to respond when you know it will probably end up as a full-on text conversation. But you should always respond. That is, of course, if you want to stay friends with the person. If not, feel free to ignore them.
Jay, you know what this really is? This isn't an article Tach found. This is a passive-aggressive attack against his friends. He's like, right, Ron, you don't ever respond.
Yeah.
I'm going to make this one for you. I'm going to make this one for Adam.
Adam, you were guilty of this the other day.
Well, I was under influence of alcohol at the time, and I didn't know where my phone was.
7:30 in the morning. Was the first one. 11:30 was the second one, and then somewhere in the afternoon was the third one.
He ignores my texts all the time. I learned to find him on Facebook.
Can't you just get your own toilet paper though?
And bring you guys back out here so we can do some pig dick on the grill or something.
What's this
good.
now?
What?
Pig dick? It's one of those big rotisserie pig
dicks?
Pork. What are you going? Loins? And you rotisserie style cook it? I call them pig dicks. Me and my dad call them pig dicks.
Don't worry, Tach. We're not going to get invited to this one either.
Oh, okay. So I don't have to worry about
Get
it.
invited either.
You two motherfuckers get invited all the time, but you're busy and you live forever away, so it's kind of difficult to come up to a lot of these things up here.
Did you go out on the boat with them when they went on the boat? The other
No,
night?
no. I was actually
Last night?
I was
Or
actually
Saturday?
performing at Gregory's Comedy Club this weekend.
Oh, so you got an invite then? Oh.
I got an invite from Xavier.
You motherfucker, you got an
told
invite too.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, no,
You
I didn't get an
did,
invite.
too.
I didn't get an invite from either one of these two. I got an
was
invite from
right there.
Xavier.
No, Tach, he did. I know he did because I said invite Tach. Well, I said I think he has to work, but he called you on the phone and you were at work.
Yeah, you
It
said
was
you had to
on-
work that night. You said you have
I
to
remember
work
you asking.
every Saturday.
I remember you said, "Hey, we're gonna go out and see Hot Pink. Did you want to go?" And I was like, "I have to work."
Yes, that's the invite. That's how he
I didn't know it
does
was that you didn't say anything about a boat.
Hang on, I'm looking.
Not that it would have mattered.
Yeah, I
still
was
have to
gonna say,
work,
wait.
but- well, if there was a
got
boat
out of that?
involved, I would have called out. No. I
Nah,
wouldn't have.
you lucked out because I spent way too much money.
All right, it's not in text. I know we talked about it.
Yes, we talked on the phone.
All right,
yeah.
making me look like a dick.
I thought it was like a separate night. For
I
me.
remembered it all.
Uh-huh.
Did you hear the whole story I just said?
Yeah.
Okay.
You were there.
I was digging through for the proof.
It's all good.
All right,
The proof
sorry,
is in
but
the pudding.
thanks again to Burn It Down, guys. You guys rock. All right, back to you, Tach.
Okay, well, I'm glad we talked about texting because this kind of leads into it's a little segue, if you will.
That's for you, John.
Yeah, into a little article I found. It's called "The Top 10 Rules of Text Message Etiquette." Are you familiar with any of this? Do you guys
Men
know
do
it?
not send other men smileys. Or
Uh-oh. I may be the most guilty of that.
Oops.
You have to reserve those for the right time, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, you're probably right.
No, I do it a lot.
Men don't send each other emojis?
No,
We try not to.
Nothing with a wink at the very least.
Okay, so according to this the rules, I guess. I don't know if these are in any particular order, but it says number 1 as the golden rule. So it says do
It's
not
when you pee on somebody, right?
maybe
Don't pee on your
let's
phone.
find out. Well, I can because mine can go underwater.
Oh,
but-
yeah, mine too. Let's all pee on our phones.
Well, yeah,
I
but
like
still
it.
don't
There
pee
you
on it.
go.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. It says the golden rule is do not call in response to a text message. Splendiferous episode
See,
of
I
Living Podcariously.
I can make up
Adjectives.
words too. Yeah.
That's
Dang, I
awesome.
was just going to
Nice.
say good.
No, see, we don't settle for good anymore.
We're better than
Andrew.
good. We say well.
That's right. Well, I am one of your hosts. My name is Tach, and sitting to the right of me over there,
Yeah, I'm Adam.
and sitting over there in the lady chase,
I'm Andrea Joy.
and sitting all the way over there.
What's up, guys? It's Jay Alvarez.
Hey, and we have a guest in this.
We do have a
Studio
guest.
with us.
Yeah, I brought a buddy this week.
Who do we got here, Jay?
Go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Buddy Marcell.
Oh, he is a buddy.
Oh, yay!
Nice.
He's our buddy.
Why not?
Everybody's buddy. Everybody's buddy.
So,
Everybody's buddy.
what-
Welcome to the studio. Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
definitely.
what
Absolutely.
brings you here this week? I mean, I don't know. Was that a rude question? I don't.
No, not necessarily.
Good friends with
Jeez,
Jay, work
Pat.
with them, and
Well, you know.
I've caught podcasts before. I'm a fan and wanted to come out and check it out.
Oh, nice.
Ah,
See
very
if I
cool.
can land a hand one way or the other. Yeah.
Awesome.
We had Xavier, one of our listeners, come up in studio and do a Twisted 10 a couple weeks back. One of the other shows that we host. He did a pretty good job. That was pretty fun. So now you're on the hook. You got to come up with your own Twisted 10 to come back and bring back to us one day.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
Got some
And we
homework
all
to do.
talk over each other, so you just got to just jump in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically a Sorkin movie, just with all of us talking over each other.
Hey, before we get started, if you don't mind,
yeah.
Tach, I want to throw a plug out there for our friends over at the Burn It Down studio. Andrea and I were lucky enough to get an invite for a barbecue over there this weekend. Haha, fuck you guys. We got to eat barbecue. Well, we got to eat burgers
Yeah.
on the grill.
Cool.
And I did kind of mention it, but you guys were working.
Yeah, I like how we
and-
all do the show, but you
Wait,
guys
I
reap
wasn't
the
doing-
benefits.
I wasn't doing shit yesterday. Matter of fact, Lorraine and I were driving around Melbourne trying to figure out what to do.
Well, you
Huh,
said my text come in late, so maybe it just hasn't shown up yet.
No, you just admitted you haven't texted. Don't claim that. Don't claim my crappy cell phone service on your lack of an invite.
But no, they hooked us up. I brought him over a bottle of tequila. So he said, if you want to, he said, you don't have to bring anything, but if you want, bring a side. Well, my side is a bottle of tequila. So I brought that over and we gifted that to them. And of course he opened it up and we had 3 shots out of it together there in,
Took
in
my
their house.
hangover away right away.
That's the right little hair of the
thank
dog.
God, thank God. I was concerned.
But yeah, we brought it over there. They had a good time. They showed a studio. We took a picture in studio with those guys. And well, those guys, it was just J Flow and Computer, the host and co-host, and it was kind of cool. It's same types of digs, almost the same equipment we use, the whole 9 yards. It was really kind of cool. So big shout out to those guys. We appreciated the invite. We're going to reciprocate that.
If I message him on Facebook, it works better. He answers every time.
Oh, gotcha.
His phone, no.
Well, there you go. Problem solved.
Problem solved indeed. All right. So it says the number 3 is the 2-day rule. If it takes you 2 days to get back to me, I technically have 2 days to get back to you. There's no room to get upset at someone for not responding to you in a timely fashion when you don't respond to them quickly either. With that being said, there's also the other side of the coin. The 2 quick rule. This is the next one. If it takes me 2 days to respond to you, don't respond immediately.
Wait. Stop this right now. Stop. No, stop the shenaniganery. Stop it.
Oh,
and this isn't even the bit yet. No,
the music now?
No, we're not even doing the bit. No, this is just this is an off the cuff one, listeners. You're getting a bonus right now. How the hell are you gonna tell me respond right away, but then don't respond too soon, and then if I respond to you 2 days later, then don't respond right away? Somebody's just making this up. This is a 15-year-old girl, and half of these rules can all end with "fuck you, Stacy." That's why we don't talk anymore. This is horse shit.
Authored by any millennial. That's the author.
Oh,
any
I'm
millennial.
sure. This is from the brocouncil.com.
Bro counsel my ass. These are the same idiots jerking each other off and drinking old bottles of Surge when they're watching these bro perfect videos.
And
no,
texting.
fuck them.
And texting.
Yeah, texting each other. That's what they're texting each other pictures of their ejaculate into their Surge bottles.
If there is any reference to Snapchat or Instagram in this list of how to text, then we know it's a millennial.
I don't know. Let's find out.
All right.
Number 5.
Snapchat.
Right?
Snapchat. No. The 2 text rule. If you text someone 2 times and they don't respond, they don't want to talk to you. So stop texting them immediately. An old roommate of mine had
What if it's just taking them 2 days to get back?
Yeah, what if they're waiting their 2 days?
You see, they built themselves. They just worked themselves into a corner here.
It says if you text someone 2 times and they don't respond
In a row?
I don't know what the time frame would be. It doesn't say.
Like, don't send the 3rd until you at least get one reply.
Yeah.
No.
This is good for stalkers. So, those. I met this chick at a bar.
Stalkers use Facebook where they say whether your message has been seen or not already.
It says, for a story of it, it says, an old roommate of mine had some great wisdom about relationships when he told me there's always one person in a relationship that likes the other person less. And you never want to be the person who is liked less. If you continue to text them after no responses, you're the person who is liked less.
Adam, how would you like to turn into an idiot?
I'm not sure I follow.
For our new sponsor, Village Idiot Pub, the 5K.
Oh, yeah. Village Idiot Pub in historic Cocoa Village is holding an event for the Children's Hunger Project called The Village Has Lost Its Idiot Again.
The run is a 5K held right in front of Village Idiot Pub on Harrison Street in Cocoa.
It's an event to raise money and awareness for the Children's Hunger Project. While you can run, you don't have to. You can walk, skip, or drink your way to the end.
So bust out those costumes, bedazzlers, and sequins and get creative, as there will be awards for the best dressed fool or idiot. The theme is Masquerade Ball.
Also, you've heard them on Living Podcariously do a performance, as well as guesting on the Twisted 10. Our friends of the podcasts, Hot Pink, will be performing for the Village Idiot at 7 p.m.
This 5K is not a timed event. It's a fun run. It's really about having fun and raising some money for the Children's Hunger Project.
Village Idiot Pub has over 30 beers on tap, including ciders as well as Hefeweizens, my favorite, hundreds of bottle choices, and a great selection of wine.
So get your friends together for the run, then enjoy the board games, puzzles, and giant Jenga inside, as well as Hot Pink's performance.
Jason and the rest of the staff are awesome and will take excellent care of you.
Mention either one of our shows to the staff and get 10% off your tab.
You can catch the entire cast from Living Podcariously as well as the Twisted 10 there on April 1st for this run. I'm thinking we should set up mics and let our listeners and the people at Village Idiot add some commentary.
Ooh, that could be dangerous.
The Village Idiot Run will be on April 1st, directly in front of the Village Idiot Pub on Harrison Street in Cocoa, directly across from the big park.
Visit Village Idiot Pub on Facebook for full event details.
You're listening to Living Podcariously, bringing you real men's perspectives, unfiltered, unapologetic, and uncensored. Recorded live in the Living Podcariously studio in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida.
All right, well, welcome to another
Splendiferous.